Attention, Kmart shoppers. I've always wanted to say that. Dusty Lenscap here for the Kmart Photo Center, reminding you that there's no better time to get rid of that full roll of film you've been carrying around than right now. Just ask Mrs. Johnson in aisle 3 of Ladies Apparel. She just picked up prints of her son Josh, and I'm sure she's pleased to get such fine quality at a low Kmart price. And to remind you once again, Mrs. J, if you're not completely satisfied with any print, for no matter what reason, we'll reprint it or we'll give you your money back. That's Kmart's goof-proof policy. And as you well know, those prints are on time or they're free. So, folks, if you have a roll of film burning a hole in your pocket, remain calm, don't panic, and proceed single file to the Kmart Photo Center. You'll be glad you did. I'll be glad you did. And we'll all sleep well tonight. Thank you.
As long as you come to Kmart, don't forget the film.
Give me a mountain and nothing to do. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. All I need is sunshine and smooth, refreshing Mountain Dew. Yeah, give me a river, give me a dew. Give me my good friends, give me a dew. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
There really is a Kentucky Fried Chicken school.
Yep, today we're making the Colonel's original recipe.
What have you learned?
Fresh chicken makes the best chicken.
And that we use 11 herbs and spices.
Oh, but that's the Colonel's secret. And special pressure cooking.
So it's always tender and juicy.
Looks like you've learned to make great chicken.
Only way to serve our customers right.
Mics are on, not that it matters. 2 people in the room. So, I'm guessing no one is going to be on time today. Or coming at all.
We were on time.
Whatever. So, I guess I'm going to sit here and look at my phone until there are people here to do a show with.
We can put Mike on one of the mics.
No thanks. No thanks. So,
Good morning, Taco Bell Sarah. She's already chatting with you.
morning. Starla, are you still in Malaysia? How was your trip? Huh. So apparently 2 nutsos shot up 2 places yesterday. That's a thing that happened according to my phone. I would imagine. I would say you're still on Malaysia time.
Does that mean we should expect a call in the middle of the night saying she's bored and can't sleep? That we need to entertain her?
It's possible. Possible.
If that's the case, Starla will wake Jason up, not me.
I'm fine with being woke up. Although, you know how I am when I get woke up. Very grouchy.
Yeah, she'll only do it once.
Well, no, she may enjoy it. She probably doesn't care if I'm grouchy.
Oh no, apparently she's like Amy, she can always sleep. She just now has an excuse to do it.
I swear to God, Amy can go to sleep any place, anytime, anywhere.
It's kind of impressive sometimes. I'm not really sure how she does it.
And within, like, seconds, she just decides she's going to sleep and then she's asleep. Turn that way since that's going to be on fucking camera. Oh, you can't sleep on a plane? Are you too worried about it going down on you, or you're worried about what the other passengers are, or what the other passengers are going to do to you? Alright, well.
We gotta wait for that delay for her to be able to type it back.
Must be horizontal. Also, name of your sex tape. So. nobody's here in like 5 minutes, I think I'm just gonna start playing pinball, and we'll turn this into a normal Twitch stream where somebody plays a video game. I'm really fat this morning. I'm not liking how fat I am recently. I'm also not liking how squeaky these fucking springs are.
So you need to oil them?
I don't know if oiling will work. Anyway. So, it's just me and Jazz. Bruce and Brian are both going to be late. Of course, I wish I would have seen that before I started the stream. We would have just started the stream later. But we didn't. So, this is where we're at. And,
You got to show off your rat fink?
Alright. So this little kid's fishing on a dock. And there's a guy on a boat fishing on off, the dock a little bit. And he catches this huge monster fish. And he pulls it out of the water and says, "Son of a bitch." And then he looks around and sees the little kid watching him and realizes he's an altar boy at the church. And he says, "Oh, son, I wasn't swearing. That's the species of fish. It's called a son of a bitch fish. I tell you what, you take this home to the church and you guys have this for dinner." So the little boy takes the fish home and walks into the Mother Superior's office. Says, "Can we have the son of a bitch for dinner tonight?" And she goes, "What? How dare you? No. It's the type of fish." And she goes, "Oh, well, I never heard of that kind of fish, but I don't know. Let me go ask the priest." So she goes and asks the priest, "Hey, do you think we ought to have this son of a bitch for dinner tonight?" And he says, "Sister." And she says, No. It's the type of fish. Don't worry about it." And so he says, "Well, I've never heard of that kind of fish either, but the Archbishop's coming for dinner, so of course, let's have this local flavor for him to experience at
something
our
special."
table." And so they prepare the fish, and they're all sitting around there eating dinner, and little boy goes, "This is a pretty good son of a bitch." And the Mother Superior says, "This might be the best son of a bitch I've ever ate." And then the priest says, "This son of a bitch just melts in your mouth." Archbishop throws his silverware down, scoots back from the table, looks around and says, "You motherfuckers are all right." Yeah, well, what do you want from me?
She'll get
It's
there.
me and Jazz.
She'll get there. She's on a delay.
So a guy walks into a bar, and there's a sign up that says 50-cent drinks, Star Spangled Banner. And so he walks up to the bartender and says, "What's a Star Spangled Banner?" And the bartender says, "Well, I can't tell you what's in it, but I can tell you it's either going to make you sick as hell or it's going to make you crazy." He says, "Give me 2. So he drinks 2 of them. Goes home later that night. Comes back in the bar looking rough as hell. Walks up to the bartender and says, "Yeah, man, you weren't kidding. I blew Chunks on last night." I said, "I told you it'd make you sick." And he said, "No, man, Chunks is my dog."
Oh, God.
Yeah. Yep.
Shoppers. Kmart offers an easy layaway plan for your shopping convenience. It's available
Shoppers.
in every department of the store. Simply make a small deposit on your purchase.
So
and
is there
we'll
anything
hold
else
it
you
for
wanted
payment
to
later. Take advantage of our
let your
sales
listeners
prices
know
today.
about
Put
not
your purchases
doing
in
in
layaway
Gatlinburg?
now.
No.
No?
No, I'm done with the Gatlinburg talk.
You don't want to tell them about your midget wrestlers?
No. Nope.
I thought you would be excited about that one.
Nah. Bruce and Ryan complained about the Gatlinburg episode all last week.
Well, they're not here.
I also didn't see them coming in with any content. Yeah. And so here's Bruce.
Got a +1.
So this should be helpful. feel like he read the room. I feel like he figured that was maybe a bad idea to do this morning.
I still feel like that has to count for something.
That may not even bother me as bad.
I feel like that would be like 12 times louder.
No.
It'll
Probably
contain the
bells.
sound.
Fuck, who knows? Literally, who the fuck knows? I mean, he's not gonna be on time. Like, we know that part.
How you doing today, buddy?
It's whatever. Yeah, so, yeah, I don't know what to do.
This is the team right now.
Like, the show started, and then Brian says he's gonna be, like, late as fuck, so.
Alright, well. Welcome to Out for Delivery.
I'm about ready to do that. Brian is not coming. Brian is. So. And like I said, who the fuck knows about it?
Well, if we have to go to it.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah. I like made a point of showing it last week because I didn't know if he even knew about these, but they used to make like 60s pop culture icons before they become like a huge fucking gay company.
Is that a thing you've always had?
No, I bought it while we were gone. They're fucking outrageously expensive.
But they're much better than the Funko Pops that are
Yeah.
here
it's
nowadays.
Very.
What is it? Oh, the whole body
Yeah.
wobbles.
Yeah.
It's a
It's a wacky wobbler.
There's like one for
I was
every
gonna say
one
a bobble
of the,
body.
There's one
opposed
for
to a
like
bobblehead.
All of the cereal characters. There's like a Cocoa Puffs one, a
Cool
Toucan
as shit.
Sam. Yeah, they did those, and then they started making the stupid big head little body things, and that's all they make now apparently.
I like the wobblers better. They look better.
Okay, let me see that controller. No, the controller,
That one.
and switch over to the Elgato.
Action figures that are quasi-realistic have never
Attention,
done
Kmart
well.
shoppers.
They don't look
I've
cartoony-ish.
always wanted to say that. Dusty Lenscap here for the Kmart Photo
I
Center,
agree.
reminding
Nobody-
you that there's no better time to get rid of that full
I
roll of
agree.
film
collects
you've been
them.
carrying around
These are
than
like
right now. Just ask
culture
Mrs.
things.
Johnson in aisle 3 of
Seth
Ladies Apparel.
MacFarlane
She just
did a
picked up
run
prints her
of
son Josh, and
Spawn
I'm sure she's pleased
action
to get such
figures
fine quality at a low
in the
Kmart
late
price.
90s.
And
I
to
remember
remind you
those.
once
And they
again,
were
Mrs.
cool
J, if
as
you're not
fuck.
completely
Like the
satisfied with
cheapest
any
one
print, or
was
no
like
matter what
over
reason,
$100
we'll
bucks.
reprint it or we'll give you your money
They
back.
were
That's
super
Kmart's
realistic, and
foolproof
they were
policy.
maybe
And as you well
between
know,
a
those prints
foot
are on
and
time or they're free.
16
so folks,
inches
if you have a
tall.
roll of film
Yeah.
burning a hole in your pocket,
And it
remain
was like
calm,
just the
don't
coolest
panic,
little
and proceed
thing,
single file to the Kmart Photo
display
Center. You'll
nerd
be glad you
piece
did.
ever,
I'll be
but
glad you did. And
nobody
we'll
fucking
all
bought
sleep
them, so
well
he only
tonight.
did the
Thank
one
you.
run.
As long as you come
Of course,
to
worth a shitload today, but
Well, yeah.
that's how everything goes, except Beanie Babies.
All right, Bruce, you being the guest, I'm gonna let you pick the
You're
machine.
gonna lick me.
I'm gonna lick you and let you pick the
That is
machine.
Excellent
Well, we gotta keep
privileges.
the show interesting, Bruce. Come on now.
Loser licks the winner. How about that?
Well, I mean, you know I'm gonna pick Boss 302,
Yeah, that's what I figured.
even though I'm sure Ghostbusters is cool.
It's cool. It's not as fun, I would say, as the Mustang one.
Are those the only 4 options?
No. We'll go to. You got Frankenstein, Harley Davidson, AC/DC.
This is a different arcade game than the
Star
other one
Trek.
you play.
Yes,
I'll
it is.
play many different ones.
There's
I
a
have
few
like
pinball
3
games.
different.
Yeah,
pinball
but don't you
ones.
have one that you have like 80 tables on?
Yeah, that's on the PlayStation though.
Oh.
I'm buying some of them for the Xbox again. Ripley's Believe It or
we've
Not.
Oh,
the
that looks
same
fun.
tables
Let's do.
a
Oh
few
shit!
times.
I didn't know.
Last Action
yeah.
Hero.
No, we go back to Last Action Hero. That's what we're doing right here.
I was
Bruce
hoping
said
you
stop. I don't need any more.
Oh, that's so
would
good.
Not change that one.
I missed that movie.
That movie? Did you ever play the pinball machine?
No.
Okay,
Well.
with your movie knowledge.
So these are all real,
these are all real tables, yeah.
and then
All start.
this is the exact same.
The simulation
like it plays the
of
same.
the table, yeah.
That's cool as shit.
I mean,
I didn't know. Like the other one, the PlayStation one. Those are all made up. Like none of those are real tables, right?
a lot of those they've started doing the Williams here recently. They've got like 4 Williams tables out, I think. So I'm gonna be player 1. Bruce is gonna be player 2. Jazz will be player 3. Here we go.
That sound?
A machine gun, I believe.
Oh,
Oh no!
That's
Move that
the table.
controller. Okay,
What controller?
this
Oh.
controller.
I gotcha. I see now.
All right, so resuming game. It's still going fucking ape shit.
Just turn it off.
I don't know how.
You hold the button and then you push turn off.
This one's wired, so no, I can't do that. Oh,
It just means you're gonna have
Pinball's a
some
lot less
vibrations.
exciting if you can't hear anything.
yeah. So reach and get that controller on the table and turn it up a little bit.
That one?
The volume.
Yeah,
Oh, there we go.
yeah.
Is that better?
I tell you what, man. I moved this controller to my lap so it wouldn't vibrate as much, and it is causing an issue.
Oh, that's your handicap.
It is.
You get a vibration in your lap.
Oh no!
That's what happens
no.
when you tell people you're
All
gonna
right.
click on.
So what are the buttons? The
The
two
flippers.
shoulder buttons or the
Yeah,
flippers?
the
I guess.
flippers. You hit A to launch it, or you can use the whatchamacallit to control how far back you want to pull the plunger. Ooh. Let's see. Bruce still hasn't caught my score. Oh, down the
Do I get
drain.
a-
Yeah, you
Yes,
get another
try
shot.
again.
All right.
I have no idea what I'm shooting for.
Ooh.
Up, lit something up. I like the dramatic zoom. Like
Yeah, I don't.
something's
I
about
need to
happen.
change that. Yeah.
That's
Yeah, that's a bad view. That's I do not care for that view.
Eh.
I get a little bit more power to get up those ramps, buddy.
I mean, to be fair, he still has his ball.
Yeah, well, he's still not calling my score, so I'm
No.
feeling all right.
Well, I've never played the table before. This
You
isn't
just-
fair.
I've played this table many times in real life.
Have you really?
Aladdin's Arcade in Jefferson Mall
I've never even seen it.
used to have this. I'm
I
pretty
keep smacking
sure
other balls. How do I make those balls come out?
that's a capture ball, and that's the name of your sex tape. Ooh, that's bad. All right, so he didn't catch me, so that's good. No, but Aladdin's Arcade used to have this in the mall near where I was. They also had the Frankenstein machine that's on this game. And you see how much
You're
this
talking
table
about Aladdin's Castle.
was it Aladdin's Castle? Yeah, you're right.
That
may be
was,
what it was called.
there was
I
one of
didn't have
those
a ball
in Bardstown.
That was very
Oh,
disappointing.
we're live. I
Or-
don't know whether you know that or not.
You just said the
I
name
know,
of the
I
other mall
screwed
like
up.
3 times.
Yeah, I know. I screwed up.
Okay, so don't
Then I
say it
realized
then.
it.
Okay.
Yeah, don't.
Well, I had one of those in the mall by me, and it didn't have this in it. But that was the last cool like arcade in the entire area,
Yeah.
and it was before I had a car, so you know it was what you did.
You see how much this table's shaking? In real life, there was a massive shaker under this table, and it would shake like this.
Oh wow.
Like it was retarded.
Every time you hit the spinny thing,
You see when the table shakes on the game? That's when it would shake in real life.
I
It
would
was
probably jump back. I
crazy.
did the first time my real pinball table shook.
Oh, yeah, she had never played a table with a shaker, and it freaked her out.
I'd never played a real table
That's true.
before that. I played these because of you.
Come on. There we go. Oh, down the fucking drain.
Missile deactivated, Jason.
Let's see what's the score though. 32, 13, and 2 million. Jazz is in last place, which is unusual,
Yeah.
especially
not a
for
very good
a
ball.
former Stern table.
Well, he did something.
He did.
Oh, multi-ball's ready.
Let's just hope he doesn't figure out how to launch that multi-ball.
If he does, you might be in trouble.
He might beat me on this table. I'm not good at this table.
well, I've got a great strategy, and that strategy is when something is flashing a bunch of colors and shit,
Try to hit that.
shoot at that.
That's usually how I do. I'm
um,
like, ooh, there's flashing
I
lights.
feel it's a pretty good strategy.
Other than that, it's don't lose the ball. I don't care if I hit anything, just don't lose the ball.
The issue with this table is there's a lot of flashing on this table.
That is true.
I keep hitting that fucking ball. Why is it there? I hate it.
It's called a capture ball. It was a table element on many tables back in the day.
I don't like being able to hit it.
And it's always there.
Stupid.
It never goes away.
Wait, even if you get multi-ball?
Yeah, it does not move from there.
That
You'll
ball
get
is
other
permanently
balls.
there.
Here we go, multi-ball.
Yep,
He has
he
started
done did it.
multi-ball.
Goal 2. What was goal 1?
No, it's like
Shit.
for the video game.
Oh, good. I get that back.
Yeah.
Well, he's got 3 balls.
He's catching up to me pretty quickly. Actually, you surpassed my score, I do believe. Yeah, he surpassed my score by quite a bit, actually. By like 10 million points. He picked one of the 2 tables I was hoping he wouldn't pick.
He also lost all his balls.
I see that.
Well, you should have gone straight to the Mustang table and then.
I was hoping you wouldn't pick this one or Starship Troopers because it's the 2 I'm the worst at on this game.
That's pretty cool too.
I'm pretty surprised you started the one up that only had the stern tables.
God, I fucked that multi-ball up bad.
It's multi-ball. It's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, but I lost like 2 at the same time.
This game's not very forgiving either. Like, it's easy to lose the ball on this one. It has wide set flippers too that I do not care for.
Remember how to stop that.
Plus, there's like a 1/10 of a second delay in the controller, and I'm trying to account for that with the flipper.
Well,
And
you get
I've
used to that.
fucked that up a couple
yeah,
times.
that's about what it's like on the table, though. The table always felt sluggish to me. Let's just hope Jazz doesn't beat me. Well, I still have 1 ball. I can make some pretty big stuff happen on the last ball.
That is true. The 3rd ball's the one that counts.
Last.
She lit the
What?
last.
I don't really know what that means, but I did it.
Light the first in the middle. Or,
I got
you know,
dynamite feature.
whatever.
Oh, shit.
I don't really know what that means either, but I'm doing things.
10 million points is what it means.
No, I'm good with
That
that.
means you can light your dynamite with your cigar and throw it
No.
because you're an action hero. Have you seen this movie, Jazz? I feel like
No.
you haven't.
No,
I
she
have
is not.
not.
It's a ridiculous movie.
It's absurd, but it's like
Shit.
absurd for the point of being absurd.
Don't feel that bad. You have surpassed my score.
I have, and we all still have 1 more ball, so I'll have another chance.
Replay at 220 million. I don't think any of us are gonna hit that.
Not this time, no. Probably not.
This is the first time I'm playing pinball on camera. So I've got stage fright.
Oh, in balls ready.
Is that your
Oh
you had to read that
no!
out loud to him, right?
Why?
You read it out loud as he
Oh,
said
it said.
right. And
I
he
thought
froze
it
up.
said free play.
No,
It went
replay.
to me.
Yeah, no, it's player 2.
Oh, that sucks.
If he's still not here after this one, we'll move on to Mustang, and I'll fucking destroy you on Mustang.
We're gonna have to like do it on the show because it's 11:30.
It may be the show this week. This may be the show this week if no one else comes. Oh, right down the drain.
Yeah.
Sucks.
Yeah.
So I have a chance, is what you're saying.
Not much of one.
I went from 2 million to surpassing you in 1 ball.
Bruce is 21 million
Yeah,
ahead
no,
of
you got 34 million your last ball. If you do that again, you'll win.
Yeah, I have a chance. I didn't say it was most likely going to happen. Just I have a chance.
All right.
I can't hit anything though.
Shoot the movie screen, Jazz.
No. Well, yeah.
M ball is ready.
If only I could do that. I can't hit anything.
There's a lot of pressure right now. Don't
There
worry
is.
about it. Right down the middle.
Damn.
Okay. She is catching up though. And I believe she just got 5
I got
million.
5 million.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
She is
So-
about 15 behind.
I will definitely be in last place in this
She has
one without
officially
a doubt now.
passed Jason.
Yeah, I hate this table.
Oh, come on. This is the same shot like 8 times in a row.
I feel like
And every
that's a
time
good
she
thing,
got
though.
12 million more points for it.
Yeah,
I don't know
yeah.
what it was.
As I said, I had a chance
Crane
to catch up with
runaway
everyone.
10 million.
And now
Yup.
the crane is running.
Oh,
It's
she
a
has
hurry
to
up. She has
get
to
it.
hit it. Yeah.
Which Which I can't do because
the
that's
ramp.
what I need
It's
to
the
do.
ramp on the right.
Oh, and I lost
It's
the
the
ball.
one with the green flashing arrow. Okay.
So, yeah. I did not catch up
So-
to Bruce, but I did beat Jason.
Bruce gets to enter his initials.
Oh, awesome.
But you only have 30 seconds, so
Yeah, so
Don't
I
let
would
that
get
stage
to
fright
enter.
get you.
How do I move it? Neither of the sticks makes it
Uh,
move.
the
Trigger.
triggers.
It's
Oh.
like the table. You
need
actually
flippers.
use the flippers.
Yeah.
Oh, this is more stressful than actually playing the game.
You get that timer counting down.
All right.
You gotta choose what your initials are gonna be because it's on the screen.
Player 3. It saves these too, so the next time you load this table, wherever you place, your initials will be on the board if you let it play through.
So it'll show after this where.
Yeah, it'll save it. It's set up like if you buy the pro version of the table, you can actually go in and change the settings like it's the real table
Oh, that's
using
cool.
the flippers and stuff. It's got the exact same software in it.
How much does that cost?
The pro version on like this company also makes one called Pinball Arcade, and the pro versions on that are like $10 a piece. It's the table plus the pro version.
I want to know whose names on here have
got
all of those
fifth.
symbols and numbers in it.
I think those are the I think those are the original
Those are the
ones.
ones that come with the table.
Yeah.
Well, top 5. All right.
Yeah. So we're gonna go to Mustang.
Hey, you can pick the next one.
No, Mustang's fine. I was hoping you would pick that one.
I
He
did.
wants to try to destroy somebody.
And then you started showing me other ones, and then I saw Last Action Hero.
Either the Mustang or the Frankenstein are probably my two best tables on here.
Oh fuck!
Which is shocking because originally he absolutely hated Frankenstein.
You should have waited until after you kicked my ass to tell me that. Now I'm expecting to lose.
Or ACDC. So I'm gonna let Jazz choose ACDC or Mustang.
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 I think I've played that ACDC one.
It's a newer Stern table. It's pretty good.
I think it was at that thing I went to a few months ago, the big one in the city.
Yeah, probably.
It had like 3 or 4 of them.
There's one at the pinball bar in town, and there's one at the mall where they put that new adult arcade. And there's also a Metallica one at both those places. But the coolest one's the Deadpool
I
Stern
played that
table.
Metallica. There was 2 of those there too.
Yeah, it's a good one.
There's a new Monsters one,
I haven't seen that one yet. I mean, I've seen it, but I haven't got to play it yet.
and there was what was the other one? The Monsters one was cool because there was a little black and white TV like in the back of it that played.
Yeah. All right, so I'll be player 1, Bruce will be player 2, Jazz will be player 3.
Drag City.
And I am going to change the music to Frankenstein.
Take a free ride.
I hope we don't get in trouble for the music playing
That's
on this
what I was
pinball
just
machine,
thinking.
but I don't think we will.
I mean, we can't really help what they play.
All right. What the fuck?
Oh God, Russ, no.
Thank you, Russ. I need any assistance. What is happening there? What kind of bullshit wizardry is that?
You can't see it. It's a plastic trap.
There's invisible walls in this table?
Yes, Bruce.
It's horse shit.
And you're the only one who doesn't know where they are.
I was going to say, no wonder he does so good. I know where all the invisible walls are. At least he keeps hitting the fucking ball on this one.
I mean, you get points for it.
You're
Does that
leaving the
count for
competition
something?
in the dust. Literally, you have no competition. It's just you,
Oh,
buddy.
He just
Oh,
started
no.
multi-ball.
You got shoot again, though.
And he got fucking multi-ball, too, so... he
Well,
got
I
lucky on
completed the
that.
drag race, and then you get drag race multi-ball. Oh, fuck me, right down the middle.
That's what happens when you brag and play at the same time.
Right.
You miss that invisible
Missed
wall and
the
it goes
shift.
down the middle. I always miss the shift. The only time I ever get it is when Jason's
That is
annoyed I haven't hit the
really
button. He goes,
annoying.
Shift.
So, can you, like, explain to me how this table works?
Okay,
Since you
so
know everything about it and I have no idea.
if you do the drag race, where those gear drop targets where it says gears,
Yeah, in the middle there.
You
It-
drop 'em all.
when you get all those down, you start drag race multi-ball. That's the, if you're playing drag race, that's,
Oh,
Fuck.
they won all your balls.
So what
That
is
is
what is
the,
the shifting thing?
it just makes you go faster. It's like a bonus points
Oh.
situation.
You hit the A button when you're supposed to shift. That's what I know.
Okay. Does it say it on the? Where does it tell you?
I think you have to pay attention to the little light.
Yeah, the light
In
will
the top right
flash
corner.
and yell at you to tell you to do it. I miss
Do
it
you
like
see it?
90% of the times.
Oh. And all you have to do is hit the button.
Yeah, hit the A button, the launch button.
Why is Ford flashing?
I don't know.
Because I've got a car that I can unlock if I can hit that ramp, which I probably will not be able to. I rarely am able to hit that ramp. Ah! There we go. I got a Mustang letter.
So now he has two.
Now I get to select a new mission. I'll choose cruising.
So what are the missions?
Well, they're different. Like this one,
Tell you what to do on the table for them?
Kinda. This one you have to hit certain ramps,
It
like
tells you
where
if
it
you
lights. And I just got an extra ball, and I lost
Great.
that one, but I got an extra ball.
So he gets to play again.
Yeah.
Oh, look at
Yeah.
that.
All right. So Colonel Brian's here, so nobody else is getting a turn on this table. Sorry, fellas.
Sorry, Bruce.
God damn it, Brian!
God damn it, yeah.
You
Don't
couldn't
attack
have
me
been 1
so
minute
much.
later.
Yeah. Where'd the red fig come from?
Come from a hot rod shop in Tennessee.
It's nice, I like it.
All right. So.
Hey.
She can come over and get on one of these mics because
There's
nobody's here.
Two of them. There's two mics here.
Literally
Get on the mic. No.
nobody here. I'm gonna turn the controller back up over to you.
All
So
right.
if we gotta put stuff on there, you can do it.
All
All
right.
right.
Fuck is Captain America $37?
Why are
It's a
they still
three-movie
making Captain
collection.
America movies?
They're not. They stopped.
Thank
Well, I mean, they're
God.
about to make new ones.
Yeah, they just need to
There's
stop
a
with
different
that.
Captain America now.
They need to quit.
Spoiler alert.
Wasn't really
Wait
prepared for that,
spoiler
Bruce.
alert.
Now it's a
Supposed to
different
come
guy.
Before you say it.
Again,
not
I fucking
after.
Well, we haven't started yet.
Yeah, we're having problems with the Chromecast. I was gonna show you that. But we've been streaming for
What's wrong with the Chromecast?
30 minutes. It doesn't work when you turn on the Elgato. It shuts it down because it thinks you're trying to copy Netflix.
Oh, what the fuck, really?
Yep.
Do we have a workaround?
Not
Ish.
yet. I've been asking. Nobody's come up with anything.
Fucked.
So I'm using an app on the Xbox that lets you put pictures
Stuff.
on the
Yeah.
Xbox.
Okay.
But it's a fucking pain in the
It
ass.
seems like it is.
It works
and I
like
had a couple of
shit.
good. Well, fuck. I got a couple of good pictures.
Well, it's
whatever,
fine. Like we can still do it. Like,
yeah,
but you can't.
I understand.
You can't text them to Jazz.
Right.
Like you have to put them in Slack so she can
Yes.
download them.
Right. That's what I did.
The rest it
That's
stretches
That's
it to fit the
bizarre.
whole screen.
okay. That's very bizarre, isn't it?
I don't know.
Well, they're
It's
really
a-
thinking of everything there, aren't they?
It's
They're
a.
trying.
Fucking.
In the
lame as
meantime, the
fuck.
Xbox has no copy protection on it whatsoever.
No.
Like I can put it on Sling TV, fucking
Yeah.
Netflix, Hulu, whatever the fuck I feel like, and it's fine.
So they're worried about you rebroadcasting something.
Yeah, off the Chromecast. Yeah. It's
What a
fucking
great.
retarded.
Fuck. What about us? What are we supposed to do?
I know.
You know,
I guess figure out a different way to do that.
cocking up my style.
Get another computer.
Yeah. Yeah, we need 6 computers now to do
Yeah.
a fucking podcast. Sucks. All right.
Hang on.
This is an explicit podcast containing filthy language and adult themes like dick and shit jokes. If you're easily offended or have a stick up your ass, this probably is not for you. Guidance is suggested for sensitive types, and occasionally some lights may flash, so if you're prone to seizures and all that, you might want to skip this. And lastly, we don't speak for anyone or any entity. We only speak for ourselves, of course. What follows is opinion based on our individual experiences in the industry. So take that. Ah, God damn it, I fucked it up at the end. That's soothing music. Broadcasting live from the boat show. The boathouse? Nah.
The dock.
Broadcasting live from the dock. It's the #1 Delivery Guy podcast on Twitch. This is Out for Delivery. Welcome in. How you doing? I'm Colonel Brian. That's about all I can say about that. Jazz, good morning. Hello.
Good morning.
You bought a dock?
No, I didn't buy a dock.
Oh.
You bought a
Okay.
duck.
Oh.
Bought a duck. I'm going to turn it loose here at
You bought a
halftime.
dockside bar?
I found a duck at a dock, okay? and he had Docker pants on. And I just said,
See-
this guy's got to go. He's coming with me. He was wearing Dockers.
He
Boat
gave
shoes.
a duck for a fuck for a duck, and $20 for a fucked up duck.
That's good, too. Fred is away. His kid is sick, and we all feel bad about that.
That punchline is funnier if you tell the joke.
I understand. Before you got here,
No, fuck it. No.
before you got
fine.
here, because the show started, I told like 5 jokes.
That is true.
Like I didn't have anything else to do. Like it was me and her. I just started
Why
telling
can't
jokes.
Why can't you just talk to her?
Starla.
Like this show is nothing but us talking to each
Yeah,
other.
well, it's
Why
me and
can't you
her-
just
me-
pretend like you and her are the hosts
Me and her
and
talked
talk
out.
to each other?
We're talked out, man. We talked all fucking week.
You gotta
I
have
guess they're
something
trapped
else
with
to
one
talk
another,
about.
so they are. Yeah. There's
Yeah.
a guest in here. Hello. You're not gonna speak into the mic. That's fine. She's at the table. Her
Hello.
name is Amber, and she's very nice. She's sitting here, and she's just taking
Her
all this
face
in.
drew
Very
off when You
nice.
said her name like, oh God, what's he gonna say about me?
Penelope. Oh
It
yeah,
is.
I forgot about that. Mayor Bruce. Good morning.
Penelope.
Howdy.
After last, Jason, sir.
Sir.
I did. I want to say hi to John Boy, former corrections officer. Now listen to the show.
Cool. Glad you changed your profession.
He changed his profession, but he might need to come on here. He's got stories, man, that are, you say they're shocking, but it's along the lines of what you would expect somebody in that field to see,
Okay.
right?
I'm
And
just
we-
saying, like
we
me and him
think
are
we
kind of
see some
on
fucked up
opposite
shit.
sides of the law. But
he sells insurance.
okay.
Now he's out of the game,
All right.
but
Does that mean that he's
interesting
a
guy.
Because the last time I saw something on TV about someone selling insurance,
Selling insurance.
Dwight told me he worked for the mob.
If it's not on the side, I send it back.
It's true.
I'm
Sorry,
really
I'm a
glad that you
motorcycle
got that
mechanic.
stitched out one.
Oh yeah, that's broken. You should. I don't know what you should do with that.
Hey, something wrong with their spark tube.
Spark.
These sounds like words that I would come up with.
There's a guy on my route, man. This kid,
You know.
and this kid recently acquired this thing, and it's like it's not a punching bag, but it's like it's a green like a torso and head of a person, like a
I know what you're
bully
talking
looking
about. It's
guy.
like one of the ones that they put in the real martial arts gym
Yeah, but it's on a
on
a
like
base,
a swivel. Yeah.
and it just stands in the yard.
Uh-huh.
And I walked past it a couple times. I thought this thing's kind of fucking weird, you know.
Have you punched it yet?
I did. I punched it.
figured you
Nobody
did.
was around. It's one of the first deliveries I had, and I was
Yeah.
walking past it, and I put the shit all in one arm, and I just walked up, and I said,
Broke your
"Bam."
wrist.
No, and I punched the fucking thing, and I said, that felt pretty good. It was fun. And oh, I don't know. That's one of those things that have
Any of them that have one of those
air
inside?
quotes. Yeah.
I mostly learned martial arts from dudes' basements. We get naked and we wrestle. We kick around a bag.
Most people do that too, but
Get
without the
naked.
getting naked part.
Well, it's for freedom of movement. You know.
Yeah, so you can
You
move
belong
and
to the same gym. You know.
That wasn't me,
That's-
buddy.
Hey, that's brutal. Right
That was
there.
that was a
Got
different
robe,
beard.
no
Sorry.
underwear. Sorry about that. Yeah.
It's not gay. It's just
It's
you
not.
know.
It's not.
It's like Greek wrestling. Like
Greek.
yeah.
No, they fucked did a lot of ass fucking those people.
Yeah, but not while they were wrestling.
I think that's where the wrestling came
That's in the
from.
hot tub
a
later.
man trying to fuck another man in the ass, and that guy was trying to get away. That's where the
Oh, that's
tradition
possible.
started. It's like, get off of me!
The
Get
first
off
man
of
in
me!
history to fight somebody else off.
Mhm.
Like
It's
no.
possible.
And now they
I
call
said
it
no.
wrestling. Yeah, right.
They're
Oh, we
wrestling
got
for
some
who
scratch.
Gets to be
What is
on
that?
top.
Okay. Yeah,
I'm
they're
glad
trying to
somebody
fight to see who. See what the fuck's going on here. Yeah, but this thing is out here in the yard, and it's been there for a week now.
Yeah.
Well, I came over.
What color is it?
It's green. It's
Yeah,
weird green.
I was thinking green. The green
and
is
the
the
face
goal
on
one.
it is like a. It's not. It's
It's
like a
like-
bully-looking kid. It like a.
Oh, it's
It's
got
like
facial
it's a kid
features.
one?
It's like a teenager, I
Facial
guess, with a
features.
buzz
You
haircut and
punched
kind
a
of this,
kid?
kind of like a mean look on his face.
Okay, Bruce.
You punched the mannequin of a kid?
How can
Yes.
you be surprised by this? He dog maced Buster.
Yeah, I did my dog mace the Buster the
Buster
puppy.
deserved it.
Yeah, she's falling behind because normally she'd already have this on the screen. She'd already have a picture similar
I know,
to
a
this
sad
on the
puppy.
screen.
I don't know what to type to Google it. I don't know what we're talking
Martial
about.
arts training dummy. What do you mean you don't know what we're talking
Oh,
about?
yeah,
We've
it's
been
a
talking about it
training
for like
dummy.
5 minutes.
Well, anyway, I punched it by myself,
I don't punch these things.
nobody around, and it felt
Yeah.
good, and I laughed. And I thought, well, that was just for me, you know. And so yesterday I'm going through there, and the kid was out in the front, and the kid's kind of, you know, he was over there fucking with, it, and he saw me, and he goes, "Oh, hey." I said, "Hi, how you doing?" I said, "Do you like punching that thing?" He goes, "Yeah." I said, "You ain't good at it?" He said, "I'm getting better." And he's like, He
Well,
was
why don't
standing,
you
had his
punch
fist
me,
up,
kid?
and he was punching. He was kind of doing
He
like
was doing
that.
the 1930s
Put
fist
him
up.
up. Put
no.
him up.
No, yeah, he had a huge wheeled bicycle sitting out in the driveway. But no, he's got his hands up and he's learning how to throw a punch.
Okay.
And I said, "You're doing pretty good." I said, "Have you knocked it over yet?" And he said, "No." I said, "Look, hold this."
So you hand him the stuff.
I handed him the stuff,
Seriously?
and I fucking threw a punch, and I
Meanwhile,
knocked
the
the
kid's
fucking thing
mom
over.
is filming the entire thing through
Yeah.
the kitchen window.
I knocked the whole fucking thing over. He said, "Oh, you knocked the stand over." I said, "I mean, the kid might be 8 or 9.
Okay.
He's
yeah.
cool," and he stood it up. He was like, "That was cool." I said, "We just got."
Did you say, remember, this is what I can do to a kid?
Yeah, I can knock you down, knock your toys
Jesus.
over in your front yard. This green dummy, and it looks like somebody
You see what I did to that?
it's been punched like a million times too.
Yeah, of course.
But it's soft, but it does kind of feel like a face.
There's like
the
plastic
initial
under it.
blow.
I've seen these.
It's
There's
just
like,
foam.
yeah.
Remember
It's a
that
phone
if you
thing.
decide one day to become a bum.
Mhm.
I've wanted to get one to shoot for a while now. I just thought it'd be funny.
Man,
to,
if you can get one that looks like a homeless guy, bring that over here.
It's your
After you
fetish.
shoot it
I
like
would
10
just
times, it'll be
stomp that-
done.
I know. That's like I'm wanting to like see where
That's an
someone's
expensive-
like.
There
Yeah.
wouldn't be anything
Doll.
left, really. We'd shoot the fuck out of it.
I want someone to be throwing one away and me just throw it in the back of the truck on the way.
I'll be able
home.
to get this one. We can dress up like a homeless person.
I'm not into your
Put a
fetishes.
backpack on the ground next to it.
We
some
don't share the
needles.
same fetish.
I can't find a green one. This is the best I can
I
find.
don't think that's
I'm not
it.
even sure if this
no,
is the right thing.
that's not.
No,
It's-
this is
that's
this
a-
is
that's an
this is a-
inflatable
this is
one.
a foam thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is like the base is like it's kind of heavy. It seems like it'd be a heavy thing. You'd have to actually.
I could find something like this, which is stretched
That's
out.
similar.
But
That is actually the head. That's
I
the
couldn't
face of the
That's
guy.
it. Yeah.
like a green one or anything.
But it's taller. You know
Well,
what I mean?
it's stretched
well,
out.
the picture.
Oh yeah. I would say.
the picture
yeah,
is
I don't because our
Okay,
fucking none of our
Yeah.
fucking equipment ever fucking works.
What if you turn the phone sideways?
It doesn't change.
I don't think it's gonna change the.
She also doesn't put it on the screen, which is why we got the screen.
Oh, it's okay.
I am still adjusting to having so many things to do with my hands.
It's a lot of work, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't.
You know what I
I
mean?
don't think the keyboard and mouse in one's working out. I think I need to get you a wireless keyboard and mouse. I think that's where we're at.
Is that not good? Is that
I
not
don't.
good?
I don't think it's working out.
It's like.
I'm still
Yeah.
gonna have to adjust from going to this to a mouse to do the screen. I just forget about the screen until
Why does
I
it shrink to
adjust
fit?
I
Why does
don't.
it do
I don't
that?
know why it's doing that.
We don't know.
I don't know.
There's a setting somewhere, right?
No. No. I've been through everything.
So why does this guy have pants?
Yeah. Well, that's
That
to show
one I
you where
don't
his
know.
belt line is. You don't
See,
want to be
like
hitting
the-
below the belt.
The pockets and the little belt loops and shit.
Yeah,
But yeah,
it's
that is the one. Absolutely.
Fair
That's
fight,
the guy's
man.
face. He's got like a
It's
little
okay,
scowling.
get that off there. It's fucking retarded
it's a
how it's
little
all
bit weird.
stretched out. Jesus.
That's weird anyway.
Why
But I
doesn't
punched
everything
one of
ever
those.
fucking
Fuck
work?
that kid.
Yeah, fuck that guy. I punched him. I knocked him off his stupid fucking base or whatever.
His
the
upside
fuck
down
is-
stool?
So his upside down stool.
That's what it looks
I
like
like-
to me. An upside down stool. I
Fuck
don't know
off,
what you want.
asshole! And pow.
I like how the
Yeah.
picture
Knock the
is.
shit
Can you
out of
bring the name of the picture back up?
What does
I
it
don't
say?
Oh, can I?
No, I was asking her. I don't. It
don't
just
know.
came up
I
a
don't know.
second ago. Okay, never mind. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
So in other words,
There it is.
you could fuck up a torso.
You could.
He could.
Okay, great. You got it on here proper now, but it's not on the screen proper.
It's
On the screen proper?
Don't.
Yeah, see the scowl on his face? I wanted to punch it off. I fucking hate that.
Did you?
There it is. Perfect.
Did you punch it off?
He tried.
I tried, but
He's got pockets. That's the part that's disturbing me. Is why does the
Where's
pants
his
have
arms?
pockets?
he's wearing jeans.
you know, at least he could have his hands like trying to grab you, or be giving you the finger or something.
What do you call a guy with no
Oh, boy.
arms, no legs, floating in the ocean?
Bob.
Bob.
Is it Bob?
Yeah.
It
Bob.
is.
What do you call a woman with one leg?
What do you call that guy halfway down?
Eileen.
Somebody's throat.
That's a good one.
I've never heard that one.
Eileen. I've
What do
never
you
heard that
What
one.
do you call a cow with no legs?
What?
Ground beef.
Oh boy.
I got a bunch
Show's
of those.
over, everybody.
One day, when everybody else stops talking, I'm just gonna start saying those.
You think this guy has to use deodorant?
No, he doesn't
That
have
would be weird.
He
I don't
doesn't
know.
have armpits.
Well, he's still got pits. There's just no arm connected.
That would be awful. I'd have the
How the
doctor
fuck would
just
you
cut
apply
that
it? Yeah,
section
just,
off.
Look, just cut my
Like,
head
if
off.
I don't
too.
have arms, fuck, I need armpits for.
I think
it.
what we
Get rid
learned
of
from
'em.
this story is Brian could fuck up somebody without arms or legs. He could
Yeah.
fucking destroy
I
them.
could fucking
Who is
destroy somebody
14?
on a pedestal.
At the oldest.
A 14-year-old quadruple amputee is no match for this
No match.
motherfucker.
Can't
no
move.
fucking match. Yeah, this made out of fucking foam in the front yard.
You fucked him up though, Brian. You got
I
him
did.
good.
I fucked him up. I really got him good.
Plus you
we
made
a-
just maybe
you made
take
a fan
step
out of that
back
kid.
and teach us how to go against if it was a female, a lot shorter and smaller to self-defend against.
Yeah, because they're violent. You never fucking know.
She got arms and legs? If so, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's gonna.
Next time,
Gonna have
Right.
even money
Level.
on that one.
next time the kid's there, you bust the kicks out. See if you can kick.
Yeah.
the-
Oh no,
Kick
I
it in the
couldn't.
face.
No, because
Yeah.
see that'll get me fucked up. I can't get my leg up that high in the air anymore. If I did that, I'll drop all the shit. Then I'll fall, wet
He'll
grass.
need more than just the sock slipping on.
Yeah, I'll need a sock slider. I'll need a whole fucking whole thing.
He'll need a pants slider.
You gotta try to
sock
convince
slider,
the kid
shoe
to face
slider.
kick it.
I like to shoot it. I like to drive by shoot it.
That escalated quickly.
Can we clip that?
Oh, I like to drive by shoot that fucking mannequin thing.
I don't understand the drive-by.
Hey, just so he wouldn't see it coming. Send a message.
His eyes are constantly open.
Fucking
He's
ridiculous.
gonna dress up like a ninja and go
Come
at
from the
night.
backside. You'll be good.
Yeah, he's facing towards the house, so
Yeah.
so I could get the back of his head, just
Yeah.
two to the
You
head,
don't even have to drive by. You just
two
walk
behind
up.
his ear.
Pop, pop.
Pow, pow.
I don't think his
Go,
ears
go,
really
go,
actually
go.
work, so he wouldn't hear you coming either.
Let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. That'd be fucked up. Get locked up for shooting a fucking dummy in somebody's front yard.
This whole
Well,
thing's
to be
retarded.
fair, if you miss, that bullet's going through their house. So yeah.
Yeah, probably. Well, even if you did hit
It's
it, would probably
foam,
still
Bruce.
go
I
through
think
the
it's
house.
still going through the house.
No, the foam will make it like go down. It'll lose.
Then you'd really have to kick somebody's ass and break their window.
I don't know. I just came home and my dummy was shot 3 times in the back of the head.
His head's just gone. I don't know. You punched the shit out of that thing, didn't you? Hey, I got a real problem with my truck. Remember, maintenance came and took my
Yeah.
truck, and it was gone.
We got a real
For a
problem
number
with
of
maintenance
days.
right now, first of all.
We have there's a real problem, and it's everywhere, like citywide. I got it back
Yeah.
finally, and I couldn't determine what they did to it. It still
just
doesn't really
held on
start
to it.
great. You know how I
Oh.
had the problem with the start? It's still doing that.
Did you write it up?
Yeah, but they didn't come out and do anything. And then when they picked mine up, they picked up like 10. They just took 10
they
trucks.
didn't do anything. Your truck's the same.
It's exactly the same
They didn't work on
mechanically.
that fuel
They didn't do a
pump.
fucking thing to it.
They
But
did
what
not.
they did do
They had a
is
sticker.
no, they got a guy with a brought a paint roller and a roller cover from home, and he put some white paint into a tray, and he loaded up the paint roller, and he rolled some paint onto the door and assorted spots like on the fender. So they roller painted parts of my truck.
So
I got a
it,
picture.
It
I'm
looks like
finding for
under
you
a
right
bridge
now.
that has been graffitied.
Yeah.
With Nazi propaganda, and
Yeah,
somebody
and they
just went
paint
through and painted
squares.
over turn the swastika into a square, so it's
It
no
looks so
longer.
fucking bad. I mean, it's so bad.
I wonder if they did it in mine. I haven't even looked at mine. They changed my locks.
They fucked up
They changed my key and my locks.
They painted like the cowl area, the
Yeah.
front of the hood, and they did that with like a smaller roller, I guess. I don't know. But he painted over the fucking windshield washer fluid line thing.
Oh,
And so
yeah.
I only got
Oh.
one of those now.
Oh.
Only one
I only
operates.
had
They
one to
painted
begin
it shut.
with, so.
They painted it over, and now it doesn't work. So you can't use washer fluid.
All those
now.
guys need to be fired, man. There's like 2 of them that's like worth anything.
It's been a real.
The rest of them aren't qualified to work at an auto zone.
No, they're not. It's been a real problem. And they said, well, we don't get time to do this, and we don't get time. Well, what are you taking it for? You're not changing oil.
Okay.
You're not
You don't get
tuning
time to
them
do
up.
it, but you're still painting over fucking moving parts, you
And-
dipshit.
And dirt.
And you're painting a car with a fucking roller.
Yeah.
Stop and think about this.
And think about what kind of paint that is, too.
It's house paint. They're using latex house paint.
Yeah.
I guarantee you.
Yeah, I was thinking about peeling it off. You saw the picture?
No.
Oh, you didn't?
I'm just imagining.
It's
house
fucking
paint
bad, man.
On
It's,
a car.
They're on my computer at home.
if you roller paint.
But he's not even doing
car.
it justice.
Oh, I understand.
It's the roller is that wide.
Oh, they're using a weenie roller, yeah.
It's not a real roller. It's one that you paint like molding with or something that you do tiny
There's a little
finishing
contrast
work.
for you.
Oh,
That's on the
great.
door.
That's great.
It's pretty nice, huh? So
I
they
mean-
rolled it up one side and stopped.
I mean, it probably looks great from like 100 feet away.
It looks good
Maybe
if
in
you're a
motion.
block down the road and you think, wow, that's really
Yeah.
bright white. Because on mine, the passenger door had the Olympic rings on it from 1992.
Like
said
1984 is what I was thinking.
I thought it was 84, but the truck was made in 90, so I guess it was the 92
Yeah.
Summer Olympics where the bomb went off in Atlanta or whatever. That
Yeah.
was 96. I don't know. Well, you could still see them. And they had roller painted it once, and that shit was coming off. And I just accepted it. I was like, well, yeah, I just still got the rings
I
on
got
there
an
from
Olympic
the
truck.
Yeah, it's a collector's item.
You drove it with pride, right?
It's the pace. It's the pace car for the Olympics.
That's right. For that year, Paralympics. You sure it wasn't that? Do they use the same rings and shit?
Yeah, they do.
Okay, it could have been. What was it?
I'm telling you, man. I once knew a meth head who sanded a 1986 Camaro, water sanded, and then used off-the-counter spray paint from Walmart to
That
paint
would
it.
probably been better.
It looks better than what these trucks look when they.
Yeah, I
do
was
that.
thinking, why didn't they just get a can, spray it on, and fuck it? They're
So,
not gonna.
Jason
mask
Bryan,
anything.
you need to go to the store, get some spray paint, and go
Well,
fix this.
I
the
don't care.
texture of it, though, they just globbed it on there, and you can see.
Yeah. Well, he's
you know,
not
they
a
didn't
painter.
spread it or nothing. No, he's not a painter.
He's a mechanic. He knows.
He's
how
not
to
even a
change-
mechanic because the truck fucking still takes 3 tries to start.
He knows how to change
doesn't
the oil.
look any better or worse after they do this. It's like
It looks a little worse.
No, it
up
looks
close.
worse. Close up,
It looks
no,
fucked. Like
no, I'm
they
saying
really
like
don't have any
the
money,
truck
do
looks
they?
like shit from wherever you are before this already.
It looks like a homeless guy's pants. There's just patches everywhere, dude.
Yeah.
It's a patchwork job.
And shit stains on the back.
Another reason I hate it.
Our fucking maintenance departments. They're on my last nerve, dude.
I don't know though. The guy that comes in, the grouchy fat guy that we
Yeah.
usually get
That
does
has
repairs.
the 100-ounce like soda jug.
Yeah.
Like he is a poster of diabetes.
Yeah, that's Mountain Dew in that. Too.
Yeah, I know. I
Child
the other
size?
day when I no, this,
No, he's got a quart stainless steel
it's got a
jug.
handle.
I think it says Bubba on it too.
Yeah. Well, he has two. He has the quart stainless steel ones, and then he's got one that came from some gas station.
Oh, the plastic one, yeah.
And it's like massive. It's like this fucking big around. I asked him the other day if he could still feel his toes.
He can't.
I have a feeling he can't.
He's mad all the time.
Yeah,
and
he's a real grumposaurus.
He's a grumpy fuck. He doesn't like his job. But he doesn't.
I don't think he likes his life. He's trying to kill himself as fast as possible.
I think so. He's not doing
That's
a very
coming
good
from
job.
a guy who's trying to kill
Let's-
himself as
yeah.
fast as possible. And I'm
Let's
like, that
pick it up.
motherfucker is making me look like I'm standing still.
That's the guy that came out when I worked downtown. I had a flat. That's the guy I had to wait an hour and 45 minutes on.
Oh, wait, that's short time for them.
Yeah, and he came out and he was like, "Flat, huh?" I said, "Yep."
Nope, the other 3 just swelled right up. Don't laugh at that. That's
got
a
stung
fucking
by a bee.
built-in ball. Fuck. Don't laugh at that. Fucking dickheads.
Fuck, the other 3 just swelled up.
It's a fucking
Stupid.
redneck comic motherfucker.
I feel like Brian
Pretty
would
good.
laugh at his entire bit.
I don't know. I don't like him too much. I do like that
Little
joke. I like that joke.
Ugh,
I don't like that.
I'm
here's
disgusted
I don't like
with
somebody that's
y'all.
got that. Here's your sign shit.
That's who I'm talking about.
I know it's
That's who
the
did it.
here's your sign guy, but he just
You
that's
laughed
his
at
whole act. But that I like him talking about that. But I don't like the tag. Here's your fuck that. Keep that shit. You can keep that. What are you doing now?
Shit's all broke. Nothing in here
making
fucking
noise.
works.
We've
like
got
it should
everything, but none of it really works.
Nothing works like it should. Nothing in here is
Nothing
working
works
like
together.
it should anymore. I don't know why.
Has it ever?
Yeah. It seems
There
like we
was a
had like,
point when everything worked.
we had like 6 weeks where everything was going smooth.
Well, this
Yeah, but
introduction
we-
of this
it's 'cause
capture
we,
card thing is
like, keep
fucking
trying to add
This
shit.
soundboard, I'm
every time you
replacing
add
this
shit-
motherfucker as soon as I can.
Yeah,
it is
the-
a fucking piece of garbage.
Yeah, that's a little fucked. The
Garbage.
Twitch mixer's fucked
Hot
up.
fucking garbage.
What
this-
else we got here? that's
This
fucked
one,
up?
this one we've had for years, no fucking problems. This motherfucker problems nothing from the beginning.
Yeah, that was a problem from the minute we got it.
A fucking compressor you can't fucking turn off.
That's dumb.
That also changes what it wants to do.
Yeah.
So it sounds different every time. and we
Every
don't
week
touch
it's
it.
fucking different.
Yeah.
Jesus
Every
fuck.
fucking week.
What else we got that's broken? Oh, we got a new another large computer over here.
Yeah.
Hope I don't kick that.
Yeah, we're gonna need a bigger air conditioner to cool
We're
these
gonna
fucking
need a bigger
computers.
room because I'm gonna start sliding down this way.
You can't. This
Well,
is
I
what we
no
got.
fucking room.
This is
What
what
we
we
got?
got. I ain't got this fucker paid
Let's
for.
dig a basement. Let's dig a basement in this motherfucker. Underneath it.
No.
Let's
we
do it.
we
Come
got
on.
attic space.
We got attic space. Let's go up.
Yeah, y'all can broadcast from up there.
Yeah, in the heat.
Fucking have to replace the floor where it's damp all the time from your sweaty fucking balls.
Or,
We'll just run a.
and hear me out, we'll get some marine plywood. Okay? We'll just build it up here. We'll build a little dock. We'll fill that shit up down there with water, and we'll just launch a fucking boat off of it.
No boats.
Why not?
You know how
You
I feel
fill
about
what
boats.
up with water?
Oh, that whole area.
The whole
But
ravine.
on the
That's
cliff.
the state.
No.
Like if you look in
There's
that
another-
direction,
there's another
and you
piece
wanna
of land
fill
that kinda
with
pops
water,
up a little bit.
That's
There's a little
everything.
bowl.
We're on a
We'll fill
mountain,
that up.
Brian.
We'll fill
There's-
that.
there's a creek-
Everything below, we'll fill it up.
There's a creek down there you could dam up.
There you go.
Theoretically.
There's
Yeah, that's
also
the theory. It's
neighbors
real.
down that way though too.
What is?
We'll move them out, man.
Oh, they
Just
gotta
like
go.
when the PVA bought all that shit. We'll just move them
Yeah,
out.
they gotta go. You know. Well, let's launch
Yeah.
a boat from here.
We're gonna drown out the holler.
Yeah, it needs to go. It was like that at one time.
No, it wasn't. It
Yeah,
was
it was.
never like this down here.
Yeah.
In his mind, it was. That's how
No,
he
absolutely.
imagined it originally until you came up here.
I mean,
Yep.
back
On
in the
top
time of the
Pike Mountain.
dinosaurs, sure, it was a
Oh, boy.
shallow sea. Yes,
Oh,
of,
fuck,
of
here we
course.
go.
If you want to go back to the dinosaurs, of course.
Now I have to address the fact that he wants to fill that up with water because he's the one who wants to get rid of all the oceans and water.
That's not salt water, Jazz. That's fresh water. That's what I'm talking about. Fresh water,
Maybe
fine.
so
Lakes
you
are
don't-
fine.
So
We
you
keep
don't
the
have a
lakes.
problem with water. You have a problem with salt.
Salt water.
So salt is
It's
the compound.
fucking useless. There's nothing you can do with it.
Salt life.
That's why. That right what she just said.
So
Fucking makes me so mad.
salty
Sound like that
Stay
either.
salty.
about salt.
That's why all that shit has to go.
Hold on, though. I do
Where
have a
it has
question.
nowhere to go.
It's
like
going.
the oceans are the biggest
It
thing we
is.
have.
It's
all
causes
the
all
salt
kinds-
is in the ocean
You're gonna
because
make me
there's
do this
nowhere
bit
else
again.
for it.
It causes too much trouble. It's a
Vanellope
problem.
has
Salt?
a question for you.
Salt water.
No,
Vanellope had a question.
Where are you
no,
gonna
it's
put it,
actually
Brian?
from Jason. So
Oh,
Oh.
Jason.
about the holler. So if somebody told you that they grew up in the head of the holler,
Yeah,
what does that
Where
mean?
where is that?
What does that mean?
it means close to the county road that is at the edge of the holler.
The head of the holler?
Yeah, it's the
Close
head of the
to
holler.
county road. So does that mean like?
Oh,
you
so
were-
you're at the front.
It's the entrance to the holler.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're,
I
you're
see.
one of the first like houses. The head of the holler.
You're
is-
closer to civilization, basically.
Oh, I see. I see. I didn't know that.
Not
so
as
does that
not
mean
as
you're more
rural.
popular than others, or
It
you
would
have more
probably
money
make
than
you less
others?
popular with the,
The
deep
people
hollers.
in the holler.
The people
Yeah.
in the holler.
Yeah.
But
Probably.
More
I mean,
popular
'cause
with
you're not
the
committing.
city folk.
Yeah,
Like
so-
you're like a mix
I
of,
mean,
of both.
houses I would say would be more expensive at the head of the holler
Oh,
than
yeah.
the rear of the
Yeah.
holler. Yeah.
Well, I had to take.
But at
this
the same
training
time, like
class.
police can get to you.
Well,
yeah,
I had
the
to take
cops.
this training class, and this girl introduced herself, and she said, "Yeah, I grew up at the head of the holler," and I was like,
Is that
What's
good?
that?
Wait, it's-
I don't know.
is
Were you
that, was that
bragging?
in reference to something, or that's all she said?
she just said that we had to go around the room and introduce ourselves.
Which-
so
which
I don't think she
holler?
And
knows
that's
what
how
that
she did it?
means.
At an
She said,
introduction?
"We
I think she
grew
just
up
said
in
it because she's
at the
like,
head
nobody's
of
going to
the
know what that
holler."
means, and it sounds cool.
That's a weird
now,
brag.
If somebody come up to me and they said I grew up at the head of Walls Holler, like I know exactly what that means. I know who you are at that point. Like
Yeah.
that says more to me about who you are than many other things
So
could say.
maybe where you were, there's one
The
in
fact,
that area.
yeah, the fact she didn't say what holler she
Right,
was
yeah,
a
that's the
member
confusing-
of the particular clan of. It's
Clan, yes.
Yeah, that's why I'm
she
thinking
didn't
if-
specify which one. She just said that
Head of the holler.
The holler.
she
I mean,
stated how long that she had been at her job, and she grew up at the head of the holler, and I was like, so ever since then, I've been asking people what the head of the holler is, and I just couldn't understand.
yeah, it's
so
just
Couldn't find no answers.
no, I couldn't. So that means just the first.
she's just
people
letting
at
you
the
know she didn't
entrance?
grow
She
up
was
at the
at the-
tail of the
yeah.
holler.
Well, what's
Right,
that?
fuck
What's
them.
the difference?
Low class.
Those people might as well be homeless. They're
Oh,
just
okay.
living in
Well,
They
and
must be
like-
the assholes with hollers.
shitting in holes.
and most of the time, like a holler would be like a whole family. Like whenever like the son would get married, he would build a house in the holler that had been claimed by his parents.
Oh, the land, yeah.
And so there would just be houses going back in the holler. So the closer you are, maybe that's more like
Oh, more
the
seniority.
higher standing you are in the particular family.
Could be.
Because when you go down to like these mountains and you're driving past these roads that are actual hollers, like they'll have names on them, like Webb Holler, Waller Holler,
Oh, that's weird as fuck.
Waller?
and
I'll
that
never live in a
Waller
holler.
holler.
Waller Holler.
No.
No.
And
No.
that'll be like whose family like settled that holler back in
Yeah.
the 1800s.
Waller holler. No go. No,
I can
thank you.
I can take you to a
Weird as-
couple of hollers with my name on it.
No.
I'm
Are
just
we in
saying.
one?
Couple.
No, no. Well, I mean,
What's the difference between a holler and a hovel? Is that similar?
a hovel is a shitty house. A holler is a
A
is
house,
a
shitty
little
house
valley,
in an
but-
area.
no. A holler is the valley the houses are in.
So you can have a hovel in a holler.
That's what I was going to say.
okay.
You
but
can
it's
have a
in.
holler with no houses.
A holler.
No,
Yeah,
that's at the end of the holler, not
Okay.
at the head. of
Okay,
the
not the
holler.
head.
Waller holler is probably a hovel.
Probably.
Waller
I would guess,
holler
yeah.
has a lot of squalor.
Squalor.
All hollers have squalor. Like, but not all hollers are in
Why can't we
squalor.
just call them that then?
Y'all know that the Hicks
Saves
Stores
maybe that's where it
does
comes
not
from.
go to help people
I'm
comprehend
just
this
saying there's
stuff,
more
right?
people than shoes back there. Is all I'm saying.
Right. Well, what about maybe are they trying to say squalor and it just comes out holler?
No, they're trying to say hollow.
You live in a squalor.
It's the hollow in between two hills.
Hollow.
It's a
Like
hollow.
it's a valley.
It's
That's
very
where it
filled,
come from.
though. It's not
Not
hollow.
exactly. The way the foothills are in this particular region
There's
of
another word. The
Appalachia,
foothills.
they've got like feet on them.
Do they?
So like you got the peak, and then you'll have like two veins kind of coming off that are like taller. So it's like a valley,
Foothills.
but that's more like the holler. A valley would be considered the area in between two big mountains.
I don't understand the difference between the two things you just said.
I'll have
Maybe
to
like
show you
my
a picture.
chaparral.
Yeah. Yeah, just like that.
I'll have to
I
show
think
you
I
a
know
picture.
what you mean.
So
Yeah.
this bitch was trying to say that she came from money, basically, but she looked like she just came
From a holler.
Compared
From
to
the end of the
everybody else in the
holler.
holler,
Not
she
money.
came from
Yeah.
money.
She's trying to say that her place in that particular family was a little higher than the other people of that same last name.
Yeah, but
because
that's
by
not a
looking
th-
at her, you sure couldn't tell.
Yeah, that's not a
So-
thing you tell people when
I know, it's
you're
fun.
telling them where you're from, though.
Not here, but if
No.
you're down where I'm,
Where
like,
are you from? I'm the head of the family.
If you're from like
No, like
No, it's stupid. It doesn't.
nobody's gonna listen to you anymore.
I'm the most popular guy
I'm sorry.
in Cornfield County.
it's
What
not
the
about
fuck are you
popular.
talking?
It's more about standing within
Established
the
it.
clan.
Yeah.
I'm still going with that woman had no idea what the fuck she was talking about, and
I
she
would
just thought that
say-
would sound
It only-
cool,
Yeah,
so
I think
she
she's
said
full of
it.
shit.
It only got
Yeah.
worse from there.
I would say she's
Oh,
from
well-
Appalachia, and there was a culture divide.
Tell us some more things she said or phrases she used, and maybe we can.
I don't like making fun
maybe
of my
we
people
can
on this
divine.
show.
I do.
Wait, but what about people who
Your
are
people.
trying to pretend to be your people?
Yeah, this could be stolen valor.
She's not
Or
trying
stolen
to.
holler valor.
She's not trying to pretend to
Stolen
be.
holler.
Stolen squalor.
She's not trying to
I'm
pretend
out.
to be my
See y'all
people.
next week.
If
So is
if
this a
she's-
foothill?
okay, so
Or is this the
the
holler?
holler would be the area in between these two hills right here, where it starts to slope up. That's the holler. The valley would be between this mountain and that mountain in the distance.
I would call that.
Why
a
would you
gully.
want to live in a butt crack when you could just live in the valley?
Cause the valley was taken by the rich people, the fucking English fucking people before us Irish fucks got here. Okay, the holler was all that was left.
I guess so, because you want to be on the top looking down.
No,
'cause
you
can
want to be
defend
in the
yourself.
valley because that's where the best shit grows.
Oh well.
Well, she was
guess
definitely
you're right.
sheltered growing up at the head of the holler because.
Well, she had a hill on both sides of her.
As it-
Of course, she was
No
sheltered.
sunlight at all.
So as it turns out, we had to split up into groups and
boy.
practice this training. And so when it came time to split up, they didn't want you working with the individual that you came with out of your department. They wanted you to, split up. So she proceeds to say that, no, I only feel comfortable working with Penny, which was the person she came with. And we're like,
Appalachian name.
what the hell? What's wrong with you, girl? She just couldn't work with anybody else. She just had to work.
Well,
with
y'all
me.
have the
There's a
coloreds.
language barrier.
I'm not real
Oh, yeah.
comfortable with the coloreds.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to
that's
get
what it was.
paired with a
Well,
colored.
There was coloreds in there. There
Coloreds.
was tranny in there.
Oh,
There
boy.
was-
That'll really get 'em.
At the head of the holler.
Yeah.
It's a book.
Don't worry. There's some other stuff that says Volume 1, and there's also a soundtrack.
That's a horror novel. Look at that. What the fuck?
I could walk up and talk to any one of those guys and not be out of place.
Yeah, that kid's got overalls on. That's child abuse.
Those overalls are new. They don't even
I'm pretty
count.
sure that kid sitting
They
down is the
dressed
him
kid
up for that
who
picture.
played the banjo in that movie.
Yeah, look at the
The
fucking.
actual-
They have to have a man whittling in the background. Is that? I mean, do they have to do that every time?
How stereotypical can you get?
I mean, fuck.
I'm just saying I could walk up to those guys and have a conversation.
It's like that
What-
roof needs to be
what would you
redone.
say?
Whatever.
Right.
You talk about the
grew up
Gullies
in
What
Oh,
would you
no.
converse about?
That's what you would talk about. The
In the
Goins
head of the
brothers.
holler. Now those dudes are
Goins
fancy.
Brothers.
Oh.
Yeah.
This is bluegrass
That
sensations.
guy's wearing his good jeans.
Hell yeah,
Those
he
are
is.
his only jeans. That's
Got
why
his
they're
church
his
shirt
jeans.
on too.
That's a hot ass mess, and those instruments are probably the only thing that they own. So,
Why do you think they're in the head of the holler? They're a bluegrass sensation. It says so right there.
You
Oh.
okay, Jace? I'm not sure.
That
Jason's
album is
okay.
$4. That's a lot of
A
money.
fucking ripoff.
Y'all think that picture
more
was
than that
took in the
banjo
70s.
cost in
I
that
got
picture.
family. I got
Oh, wait a
family that
minute.
still dresses like
Is
that.
that a ukulele on the left?
In the
It's
top
a
left
mandolin,
corner.
you fucking ignorant fuck.
Mandolin.
Do you
It says-
have a
I
mandolin,
I
Jace?
can't tell the difference. I
It
thought a
says Michigan
mandolin was a
bluegrass on
Chinese
it.
guitar.
What is this bullshit? Michigan bluegrass. There's no such thing as Michigan bluegrass. They don't have that shit up there.
That's not Michigan.
No. It could be Detroit.
They ain't even
No,
got
no.
hollers in Michigan. They got lakes and
That
shit.
house kind of looks like a little run down. I don't know.
You okay, Jace?
I mean, what are they celebrating?
Stereo.
That's their ritual.
Here's the thing.
I'm just trying to figure out what Jason's going to say to him when he walks up to him.
Here's the
Is
thing.
this the other side of the house that was in the last picture?
Yeah, it is.
The house looks exactly the same.
It's the model home.
Do you greet him with like, "Hey, folks," or what?
Yeah, what do you call them?
What word do you use?
Hey,
Is there like a call out that you
Hey,
use,
Ewans.
like a call and response to see how they say, so you know like what tribe they are or whatever?
Call and
or-
response. That's good.
Y'all make fun of them all you want to.
Fucking arrow will come
I'm
flying
being
across.
serious.
But let me explain something to you.
What the fuck?
Hey, you.
When everything goes south and they've shot up the last Walmart, these motherfuckers don't need nothing from nobody because they're already doing it on their own because they ain't got no electricity back in there. They ain't never had TV.
I can tell.
There ain't no mass media down there. You can't get fucking TV at the bottom of a fucking mountain.
They got albums. They got record players, I guess.
Well, they went to the city.
Once.
How'd they get there?
Yeah, it's interesting.
In a pickup truck, Amber. In a
In a
pickup
pickup truck? Oh, a
no.
truck.
It's downhill. Getting there's the easy part.
On the way home from the lake, they are
Drag that
in a
shit back up.
buggy. I see
Oh,
them
yeah,
on
in a
the side of the road.
Yeah, she's
They're
talking
in
about
a-
Amish.
They're in the buggy.
Okay, that's
That's
Amish.
the Amish.
That's different. Like, you
But they're
understand
living
that's
primitively.
different.
They're living primitively. The Amish have like they take care of their shit. That log home, that's a fucking dump. You have to have money to live in a nice place. This fucking place is falling down.
It
Jason.
does look dry
It's
rotted.
dump.
It looks dry rotted.
It is. Look, that step
Jason,
is
we have
rotting off
officially
there.
crossed the offensive to your people line.
Yeah.
So
No, we're
you're
just
either
criticizing
about to
them
start
all.
fighting all of us, or you need to change the subject. You pick.
The UN on the right, on the very right, doesn't look very happy.
Yeah, the guy. He's not happy.
The guy
he's
on
not.
the left looks Amish just without the facial hair. Like if you just put the
He does look Amish.
the curls, like grow his hair out, I could see it.
Anyway, that's interesting.
You mean Hasidic? You ignorant
the
fuck?
curly fries. Yeah.
That's like the same religion.
Do they wear yarmulkes?
No.
No,
Those
they don't.
people.
No, these guys. No, they go wear
no.
cowboy hats.
The Amish.
The Amish. No, they don't wear
What's
Amish
that-
yarmulke.
what's the
They wear the straw hats.
So, like, we're going to talk about this picture forever, and you're just never going to put it on the screen, right?
It's been on the screen already.
Okay.
Yeah, we made fun of
All
this at length, so let's get off of this because I could go all day making fun of these motherfuckers, and I don't want to.
It really was a serious question, though.
Yeah, it's
started
interesting
that
to
way.
know, like, how do you greet them? Oh boy, what the fuck?
I put the Amish up for you because you seem to
Yeah,
want
no.
to replace.
The
No.
Amish.
The ladies
That guy
do
needs
not-
eye cream. He's
Thank you.
25 years old.
The ladies.
What a
What-
bother.
What's the hat?
The bonnet type thing.
Yeah, the bonnet. The women wear the bonnets.
Oh,
Yeah,
the bonnet.
that's some pioneer shit. They're trapped in a fucking a
You're going to
time
have to
warp.
get that metal chair.
I don't know why.
Who, the Amish?
I'll scoot over.
Yeah, like any group
It's
of people.
self-imposed, dude.
Right. Why are you self-imposing?
Because they're against technology.
Because
so, of
So
course
am I, but we just
they're
kind of,
not gonna.
I'm not gonna go fucking. I'm
Because
not gonna
they
cook
feel
all my
like
food on
that
a
way of
fucking
life
fire.
is better.
The
Is
difference
it?
is that you hate everything.
Well,
they just have technology.
Here's the thing. The Amish have a period where they send their kids out
Yeah.
for like 3 years to live
Right.
in
So
the
they can
modern
decide.
world.
Yeah.
Rumspringa.
Yep.
I think it's like
90% of them
3
come back
weeks.
home.
Well, because they're not trained to live in any modern society.
Where do
After
they go?
3 years, you could figure it out.
It's like 3 weeks.
No,
It's
like
not
3
long.
years.
I don't think it's
You're
that
wrong
long.
on
dude.
the 3 weeks. It is not 3 weeks.
It's definitely
It
a
is
shorter amount of
long
time.
fucking time.
Well, I'm sure if we have an Amish listener, I'm sure he'll chime in.
Jazz.
There's no podcast.
Hopefully,
Let
because I'm
Jazz
trying
look
to
it up.
figure out where they go to live in the.
Oh, they just go to a
modern
city.
world.
or
Jazz
something.
can't handle what she's got going on already.
They got a
I
city.
was already started looking it up. Fuck
And it-
you.
Yeah, fuck. And we got like, I guess you just go to town.
Oh my
or whatever.
God, go to town.
You just go to
I don't
town,
know.
wherever town would be.
You gotta go in town.
The
We
guy
live
on
at
the
the
left
head
looks
of the
like Gabriel.
holler.
I was
Byrne.
getting ready to say that guy on the left needs to shoot his fucking barber. That shit's not
He
even
has the
straight.
exact same haircut as the other
It's
guy.
not even straight. Like, what are they clapping it between two bricks to chop it off? They don't use scissors. And come on, they got fuck. There's
Has
God.
anybody-
Everything they got to do is go the long way around.
Has anybody ever showed them internet porn?
I guarantee it would blow all their fucking
A
minds.
lot
They
of
would
them
leave
wind
that
up-
shit behind.
A lot of them wind up like being addicted to drugs is what happens.
Yeah,
to
because they got no
tons of
fucking
them.
skills. Did they come back addicted to drugs? They needed old-timey lifestyle.
You could probably charge them whatever you wanted to because they don't know.
Yeah, right. They have no fucking clue. This Tootsie Roll, yeah,
What's
all
the
of your
word?
money.
Community has its own rules. It usually lasts for around 2 years, give or take.
Wow.
Eat a fucking dick.
Well, that's not.
I mean, that's
3
still.
years.
I said
Yeah.
3 years.
It's
He
a-
said
it's a-
three
it's a-
fucking weeks.
You're closer than he was. Yeah, 3 weeks.
And every community has their own. So
But
2
every community
years
has
is
its-
the average. It could have been 3 years for some, and it could have been one
I guess
for
it could
others.
have been. It could have been 3 weeks for some tribes, I guess. Tribes. We call them tribes? Is that
No,
tribes?
they make them go get jobs. Like, you
So-
got to go live on your own
Yeah.
for a
That's
while
what I was gonna
and
say. I
really
mean,
decide.
they're young. Do they send like an older person with
They
them?
send them with money.
Like,
I just mean to watch them, like to
No,
make sure
no.
somebody doesn't.
No, they want them to go out and have sex and do drugs.
No. I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about like to make sure people don't take
They're
advantage
not
of
completely
them.
isolated.
Somebody
They
takes
deal
all their
with the
money.
real world all the time. Like, they go to
Okay.
town and buy stuff at Kroger's.
Yeah, and sometimes their wagons get exploded on the freeway.
Get
Like, they
exploded.
do. They go to town, they sell stuff. They go
Yeah.
to town, they buy stuff. Like, they deal with the real world constantly.
Yeah, but their interactions, their interactions with the, I guess the real world is kind of tainted because of the way they've been raised. They've been raised to say, "Oh, those people are fucked. They're fucked up. We don't live that way." So you have a bias.
They don't. They have a block up 100% against socialism
Right.
with the people because
Yeah.
these people are going to hell.
Yeah, that's a weird way to raise people in that type of society, and they're already biased, and they have all
They
these.
don't believe that everybody in the real world's going to hell. They believe it's easier to get into heaven without all of the bullshit we have in the real world.
I'll agree that there's too much bullshit.
Like, that's their thing.
But
Like,
I still think an oven or a microwave. Hey, look, let's just
Brian is like 80% overlap with Amish beliefs.
There
he
is
just,
a little bit
He
of
just
overlap.
doesn't realize how
I'm just not that
similar
extreme.
his views are.
I'm not that extreme.
Like,
Brian, they cut cable before it was cool.
Like, they won't have a phone in their home, but they'll have a phone in their community, like a payphone, that they'll
That's
use all the
cheating.
fucking time.
But they cheat, though. That's cheating.
But that's not cheating.
It
Because-
is cheating.
How's
If
it
you're against
cheating?
having a phone in your fucking house, if you're against having a phone and using technology to communicate, you can't just cheat to go use a payphone down the street. That's cheating.
It's not cheating. It means that it's not easy. If I want to call somebody, I must really want to call them if I'm going to hitch up the fucking wagon and go over to the payphone.
Well, that's what you do because you've
Look
chosen
at
to
it
live
like
by.
the reason they don't partake in all these things is because they're distracting.
Yes, that is the reason.
A little bit distracting.
No, that
from
is
what?
the
Okay,
reason
well,
why
a
they do
payphone
it.
down the road isn't distracting them in their mind. A cell phone in their pocket is. Like, they can't get their
Like,
shit
what a-
done
yeah,
if
I
they've got a
understand,
phone on them.
But the only
Or
reason
a
they
a
have so much to do is because they won't use a fucking microwave. You know what I mean?
It's a slippery slope.
Slippery slope. Next thing you know, you're watching
You
fucking
don't know
Captain America
what
movies.
to exactly.
Yeah, next thing you know, instead
don't know
of
what to
building
use
this
and what
barn
not
you
to
should have
use.
built, and praising the Jesus,
That's
you're
where
fucking
their
watching.
time-
You're fucking watching all the Marvel movies on the fucking cable.
That's where their time
Or you're
goes.
playing Candy Crush.
Fuck.
Or you're working on building the next technological thing and forgetting about the important shit.
Or yeah, like being on a boat.
I mean, there's
Right.
there's a
They don't-
reason why
they
they
don't do
built the
boats.
best shit.
They
I
don't
said-
build
I said
boats.
the
The Amish think
important
about
shit.
rowboat, right? Or build one.
They built the best shit, dude.
I know they build the best shit.
A John boat.
Ugh.
That's
Why do they call it that?
How do you feel about Mennonites?
Aren't they the same?
No,
They're cheaters.
Cheaters?
Yeah, they
Some of the let's be honest, some of the Jews cheat too. A lot of Jews cheat.
How are you comparing the Mennonites, the Amish, and the Jews all in the same bucket?
Because they all have like
They're
these,
not in the same bucket,
No,
Brian.
I'm just saying basically they have these
you can't,
very
you can't get
strict
them out of the same
beliefs.
fountain.
They have these very strict rules
I
to
didn't know
live
you could
by,
people out of
and
fountains.
they found a bunch of workarounds and make it legal.
well.
It's
I
like
agree.
just go all the way if
And
you're gonna do that.
If they're against phones, then and they're gonna hitch
Then no
up
phones.
the
They're not
the
against
wagon
phones.
to go
against
use
phones.
the
They're
phone.
against
having
Then
readily
modern
available
technology
in their
access.
own.
house.
Right, let's just get
Just hitch up and go to
let's
the
get a
person's
motorcycle
house.
and just go out. You know?
Oh no,
Let's
no,
get it
no, no
faster.
gasoline.
Yeah, no gas. They got sawmill that they had to crank by hand, all that shit. Well, then now they got gas-powered sawmills. They can have that shit.
That's the Mennonites.
So the Mennonites are the cheaters?
yes.
Yeah. Mennonites
Huh.
drive vehicles.
Oh, that's
They
cheating all
just
the way.
dress funny.
Cheating what? Like, you don't understand what they believe.
Everybody cheats.
You don't
but-
understand
like, you
the
cheat
rules of
your
the game, and you're calling
beliefs.
people cheaters.
That's just nature
I don't
of being a
subscribe to
person.
religion, so I don't have any of those goofy rules placed on
I
me.
understand, but don't call them cheaters against their religion if you don't know what the rules of their particular religion is.
I'll just give you an example. There's Sabbath mode. There's
I'll just
Sabbath
give you an
mode on an
example.
oven. Okay? That means it turns itself
Those are
on.
Jewish. It's a
That's not-
different
I don't-
people.
I'm giving you an
They
example
don't even
of
believe
a
in the
workaround.
same. They don't believe Jesus happened.
They think Jesus was a guy. He was real. He was Jew.
He was a cool guy.
But they
just
don't think he
not-
was the savior or nothing.
Yeah.
You know, he's just a prophet. That's what I'm saying.
That was a bad idea.
If you got rules and you find workarounds and then you act like, oh yeah, that's fine, then you're cheating.
That's a workaround. It's not a cheat.
Yeah, it's kind of a cheat. You know the
The Sabbath
little hats.
mode is because they can't.
They can't
if,
turn on
if they
an
can't
oven.
push a button at a certain time, then it's something else doing it. They're not breaking their belief.
But
How's
they're
it
using the
cheating?
oven.
Yeah, same difference. Yeah.
They're
You're
using
using
the
an
oven.
oven.
Using the oven.
You're not supposed to use an oven.
Why not?
I don't know.
You're not
That's
sp-
their rules. I
They're
don't know.
you're
not.
not
They
supposed
used
to.
the
Not
oven
supposed to do any work.
yesterday when they set it to turn on today.
They said, oh, it's just happened to be on. Okay.
You know,
There's a whole part
No,
of
they
Jewish.
didn't. Yesterday they said turn on tomorrow.
You
They're
know,
allowed
they
to
cheated.
use that yesterday.
there are times Brian gets in this like unreasonable mode,
He's right. I do.
Like you
I
can
do it.
throw all the logic in the
Yeah.
world at them, and it's
No.
just now.
and it always starts with the ocean, and then he's just unreasonable
You
for
fuckers
like
brought the-
fucking
you
40
fuckers
minutes.
brought
It
the
goes back
ocean
to
up.
salt.
I'm not saying it wasn't our fault, but
It
I'm
was.
saying it's like a trigger. It's like you flip the fucking switch. Now you're completely fucking unreasonable
I'm
until like
unreasonable.
Wednesday. Like Wednesday, maybe Wednesday, like 8 o'clock, you'll be reasonable again.
I'll be reasonable again here in about 5
All right,
minutes.
Jason. This is what we're gonna do. At the grand opening of Brian's dock,
Mhm.
on the way there, we're
The
gonna
dock.
swing by like a Walmart, and I'll buy like a 5-pound jar of salt.
Just dump
We're
it
gonna
in his
get
lake.
to the lake, dump it in the lake, and then turn around and leave.
fucking ocean salt.
Fucking assholes
Like you
will
put in
ruin
the
my
fucking,
water.
Like you put in the fucking
From
aquarium.
then on, it will be salt water.
No, it won't be high enough concentration.
I'm gonna go up to that big fucking aquarium.
I'll just have to use a different ramp.
I'm gonna go up to that big fucking aquarium and steal the salt they put in their fucking shark tanks. Whole truckload of that shit. Gonna just dump it right
Divert the
fuck in
tube
there.
into Brian's
I
lake.
always told you guys that my statements and the way I live and all
Is
that stuff is
ridiculous.
a raging torrent of contradiction.
Yeah.
Because we do have a saltwater tank, fish in it.
What kind
I
of
don't
fish
know.
do you have?
So I told you I was like observing this so I can plan my domination.
It's like
over
your
the
life's
ocean,
not
but it's like,
stressful enough. Let's add a saltwater tank to take care of it.
We don't have to do anything.
haven't
to
really
it.
done anything to it.
What do you?
It's taking
Did
care
you
of
hire a
itself.
service? Or are you at that level?
No, it's
that
taking
you
care of
just
itself.
hire-
Maintained.
Yep.
Self-maintained.
Got a
okay.
fish in it. It's doing
And
good.
coral.
So it's
Coral.
beneficial. It
Doing well.
sounds
You know
like
the
it's-
one thing
It's
there's two
established.
things
So-
I've never heard.
So I'm
people
watching it.
Say.
I'm like, yeah, fuckers, get ready. I'm
There's two
coming
things
for
I've
you.
never heard some people say. Is this boat is easy to take care of and deal with, and I don't even have to worry about this saltwater tank. These motherfuckers come in here and tell me both these things.
That's hey, that's how our lives work. I don't know.
I don't know. Everything just works out.
I mean, a
does.
boat goes in water, it cleans itself.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a negative.
Yeah, you gotta put some wax on it, fucker. And my arms are gonna look like Popeye by the time I get the boat waxed. So
Oh, good. You should just pay somebody to do it.
No.
This
Being
is
honest.
how he gets his
Can't do it.
muscles so that he can punch
you can't just
dummies.
pay somebody to do everything for you.
Paying
You gotta
homage.
get the sweat equity going.
Uh huh.
You know what I mean?
Well, sure.
That's what you should do.
But you don't have to do any of this.
Yeah,
Saltwater
some things take care of itself.
It takes care of itself.
It does.
You just walk by and wave your hand, and it's
You walk by and you look
pH
at it.
level's perfect.
Well, you look at it. You got a testing kit. You know, we test it every once in a while.
Oh,
you
so
look
there
at the
is
water. and
there
you're like,
is some issues that you have to deal with.
There's no
then.
issues.
I mean,
to deal
yeah,
with.
you got to feed the fish too. I mean,
Yeah, I was wondering how they got fed.
Every once in a while, there's a one.
Automatic
there's just
feeder.
one fish.
No.
Takes
Is it
2
like the
seconds.
Mary Poppins bag of feeders, so you don't ever refill it?
Yeah.
Got
Nice.
it.
Take a little pinch and dump it right in there. That's it. You
Mhm.
walk away.
And how long have you had this saltwater tank?
9 months.
Okay. All right. We'll talk
10
again in
months?
a year or so.
That doesn't matter. It's almost a year. What do you want to know?
No, in a year.
What do you want to know?
All I know is everybody I've ever known that's had a saltwater tank, at some point their life becomes consumed by this fucking saltwater
Not
tank.
everybody, you know.
How many fish do you have in it?
One. A single fish.
Just one.
Yep.
One fish.
He wouldn't
How
get
many did
along
you
with
start
me.
with?
What kind of
One.
fish is it?
Oh, okay.
A goby.
It wouldn't get along with any other fish. What's it called?
So you got a fucking
goby.
you got the Colonel Brian of fish, a cantankerous little fucking asshole.
Yeah, it's
His
handsome.
problem's probably he's in the fucking saltwater. You took him out of the saltwater, put him in freshwater, he'd probably be all right.
No, he has to be in a saltwater.
The
Saltwater
goal
fish.
was to have all coral. So
We were
then-
against fish.
Yeah, we didn't want to fish at all. But then we decided to get a fish.
So I'm guessing the saltwater tank was your idea.
I was gonna say I feel like that's why it's working out so well because Brian has very little to actually do with it.
He walks in.
Nice.
Dips
Yeah.
a testing strip in there.
Yeah.
And
Nope.
then just walks off. Oh,
No,
you don't even
testing
do that?
it, no, we
He-
haven't
he just
tested
said-
it in how long?
You just
I mean,
It's been a month or so. I mean,
oh,
at
it's
least.
been more than a month.
Well, maybe 6 weeks.
I
don't know.
mean, we got this little.
Oh, we had the
thing
water. We took it up and had it got tested. He said, "Yeah, you're doing good." So we put the fish in. Everything's great.
that haven't touched it since.
Nope.
We do have a mag float on the side though.
Yep. It's
A
pretty.
what?
A little magnet thing, and you clean
Clean
the
the tank.
sides of the tank off. It's interesting.
So no maintenance though.
Almost virtually no maintenance.
You know what, Jason?
I mean, every 5
No,
minutes
no,
there
no.
seems
I mean,
like
it's 25
Whatever you were
gallons
gonna
of
say,
water.
I got to beat. Magnet thing? That's cheating.
It is.
It's
When
not cheating.
you gotta clean a
You
fish
should- you
tank,
should clean the
you
fish
should
tank,
really
yeah.
have to put in sweat equity
Yeah, sweat
and
equity
clean the
into
inside
the
of
fish
the tank.
We put in plenty of sweat equity
Instead
when
of
we were
using
assembling
some
it.
kind of cheap magnet system where you got to put something
What you wanna do,
inside the
drain all
tank
the water out first?
beforehand, and then
Well,
now
we
you
can
don't
do
want to
that.
clean
Taking the water up
tank.
to a guy to
So I'm
test
just
it.
gonna.
You can't pay everybody to do what you want.
Right?
Oh, that guy does it for free.
Right. We have our own test kit though.
Yep.
And
They have their own test kit. They just
we-
choose to have the other guy look at it.
Well, when we want to go up and
So that's
you know,
cheating.
go to buy some shit,
well, and
you want to make sure that the fish can live in the water that you got. I'm not cheating.
You're
we
cheating.
do water changes. So the last water change was 3 months ago, probably.
Maybe. Maybe change it once. No
Alright,
big
well,
deal.
see how this works out.
It's working out so good so far. Every time we go in there, and the guy's like, "Fuck yeah, y'all doing great."
Every time.
Do you take the whole ass tank to the man?
He says, "Fuck yeah, you're doing great,"
Y'all are doing great.
and he does it for free every time.
They test the water for free. Yes.
I really like this guy.
But
Well-
no maintenance.
How does he? What's his business model? How does he make money?
No
he tries
maintenance.
to
Fuck
sell
yeah,
you.
you're doing
He
great.
tries to sell you shit.
Protein skimmers.
No maintenance.
not
but
And
Brian has
we
a
don't
standard
have a
on.
protein skimmer.
Yeah.
And it's complete
It's bullshit.
bullshit.
Yeah,
I
no
guess if
maintenance,
you-
but Brian's at this guy's shop like 3 times a week. He's got a standing appointment at 2 p.m.
Looking
on
at,
Thursday.
looking at upgrades
No.
to buy.
I haven't been there forever.
Okay.
Last time we were there, we bought pre-mixed salt water.
Pre-mixed salt water.
Oh, you're cheating.
Oh, so you didn't mix your own?
It's
Okay.
definitely
Oh,
cheap.
We
Yes,
did.
we did.
We did mix our
When
own.
it started, we did. We mixed our own. And
Instant
then,
Ocean is what it's called.
Yeah.
Instant Ocean.
Instant Ocean. Now that's the shit. If
Guy
you were gonna
who
fuck
hates
with a
fucking
lake,
Oceans bought Instant Ocean.
yeah,
We gotta quit.
this
Yeah.
is too much.
We can't. It's
I
it's
told
break
you-
time.
I told you
Let's take a break.
it was a contradiction.
When we come back, no more salt.
Yeah, no more salt. All right, let's take a break.
Yeah,
Get a
okay.
salt shaker.
Fuck. Get that.
doodle doo.
When the day seems too long, I turn the stereo to hear another song, and I think of you. And if I have you here, I know just what I do. Fantasies are never ending, but it's only me pretending. And all the loneliness sets in, 'cause it's only in my mind, in my mind, in my mind, in my mind. I've been loved you. I only wish you knew. I could feel in the night. I have you next to me, and I can hold you tight. Sometimes when we dream, it can be so much better than the real thing. Fantasies are never ending, but it's only me pretending. Then all the loneliness sets in. Maybe it's better.
Starting this Monday at Zayre, you can save in hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of ways at our 300 bestseller sale. We've taken 300 of the most popular items we carry, 300 of the things you want most, and priced them to sell like never before. Big things, little things, fashion things, fun things, things you want, things you need. All in this remarkable circular, all in this spectacular sale. The Zayre 300 bestseller sale. Don't miss it.
Get a little closer, God won't be shy. You can get a little closer with Arid Extra Dry.
Only Arid has a patent on this formula that fights wetness. No leading deodorant spray stops odor better. And now Arid has a new baby fresh scent. It smells,
Get a little closer with the baby fresh scent of Arid Extra Dry.
Arid fights wetness and odor. Now in a new baby fresh scent.
It's an alien. No kidding. Where? It's living in America. I like what they've done with the place. It loves cats. Can't get enough of them. It's out. And now it's everywhere.
Debonair, and yet fuzzy. My parents just don't understand.
All right, mics are back on.
Pinball
Hand me
with
that
the gang.
fucking keyboard, stupid fucking thing.
Does that work?
It works.
What was it? Was that just an Alf
It's the
commercial?
CBS Kmart Get Ready giveaway. And get ready for Gerald McCraney as Major Dad. He's a Marine officer who thought his toughest battles were over till he fell in love with a sizzling civilian and her
He's on
three
board.
darling daughters. It's a hilarious battle of the sexes. So get ready for Major Dad.
Not yet,
Mondays
but she
on
will be.
CBS.
So it's not your boat?
And now you have a
Hey-o.
second chance at winning
So
any
it's not your
unclaimed
boat?
grand
What boat?
prizes by entering the CBS Kmart Get Ready Giveaway Second Chance Sweepstakes. Look for
No boat.
details here
That
at
boat
Kmart.
you were talking about. You didn't buy that boat?
No. 4,500. Good
Man,
deal.
you gotta let me know if you buy a boat.
4,500 bucks.
Why don't we just all go in on it?
Yeah.
We could do the
Showboat.
show from the boat.
Showboat.
Sell the cabin.
Ah, what a showboat. Let's do it. Let's do a boat show.
Not even funny as a bit.
Boat show. Showboat? That's hilarious.
It is fucking hilarious. All of us on a fucking boat.
Not
doing a podcast.
even funny as
Always on the boat.
a
We're making waves
bit.
for real this time.
I'm gonna be a hard pass.
Have you
thanks,
played
though.
Dota Underlords yet?
Where the fuck did you get the
I
hard
literally
pretzels
haven't
from?
played anything besides Slay the
Let's know what
Spire
we're
for
from.
like the last 3 weeks, and I don't understand why I can't quit playing that.
Try Dota Underlords. I'm one away from the highest
What
rank.
is it?
It's
Two of them don't have tails.
it's like an auto chess.
Oh, that's right. That's the one you were telling me about.
I didn't know if you had already
They've just changed up the competitive. It made it a little bit better. There's some aspects of it I didn't like that they changed. The games are a lot shorter now.
What's it on?
It's Steam. It's free. But it's still in beta, so they're changing a bunch of stuff for it.
Yeah, I think those guys might have painted my truck with a broom.
I thought they painted the bumper too.
No, they painted part of the fender, and that looks like it was put on with a corn broom. No shit. But that part of the door and then the passenger side door was fucking stupid. And they actually got some striping from somewhere, the red and the blue, and they put a new piece of that on. But they painted around like the words. So like the part where the words are is all fucked up.
They're fucking mentally handicapped.
They are. Either that or they got a boss that's so stupid and they just do exactly what the boss says. It must be tough working for them. The crap is fucked. I don't know what you gotta know. I don't know what you gotta do. All right. Welcome back to Out for Delivery.
Turn it down just a hair.
Turn it down. There you go. All right, welcome back to Out for Delivery. Please help support your show and keep it going for the future. Check out the options on the support page, eldoradostudio.net. You have our thanks. And we got a marathon show coming. You want to do a boat show?
No.
Okay.
I can't swim. I'm not getting the fuck on a boat. If I drowned at 41 years old,
boat,
it's
Brian.
on me.
We got a dock.
Here's
Need
the
a
thing.
boat.
Hey,
Give you a life jacket.
here's the thing.
We own a
Doesn't
dock.
matter.
life jacket.
I'm fatter than a life jacket will support.
They get life jackets.
Brian bought a dock.
Oh, we also have a dock.
Do you? Where's the
Yeah, let's go docking.
Let's go docking. Oh, you want to go dock? Yeah, I don't
It's at
think
the head of the holler.
it's at the head of the holler.
It's at an undisclosed location on Red River Gorge, and by undisclosed, I mean we
Gorged?
don't know where it is.
You want to give the map coordinates?
Yeah, is it
too?
engorged? The thing that I thought was funny was that he kept saying he couldn't swim, and that was the reason why he wouldn't go on a boat. And I said, well,
Who?
Jason. And I said, well, that's a good thing because we'll be on a boat, so no swimming will be required.
Yeah, no. See, Kaylee used that bullshit too, because when we went to Florida, I wanted to see an alligator, and she's like,
They
"Well, let's."
live in the water.
Yeah, she's like, "Let's go take an airboat tour," and I'm like, "No, that's the one. I don't want to be next to the alligator. I want to see the alligator behind some glass."
I don't like those airboats. I
Sad.
don't trust them.
Yeah, they fucking fly. They don't float. Fuck that.
No, they float. They're propelled by.
Well, yeah, they float
air.
on the air. It's
Yeah,
a
weird, though.
they're,
boat.
they're,
Fucking
they're
dangerous.
pretty awesome. We went on one in
Yeah.
Florida, and it was great.
I went on
See a
one.
whole family
Because
get killed
you
on
could
one?
like go over trees and shit.
Exactly. It's fucking nuts. I don't
That's
like
insane.
that. It's
Awesome.
ridiculous.
It was fun. I went on one
A lot
when
of
I was in New
alligators.
Orleans.
Yeah, no, I'm sure it's cool as shit, and I'm sure I'm just being a little
So you
bitch.
didn't go?
No, fuck that. Instead, I took a bunch of Percocet and ate some bad shrimp,
There you go. That's what you get for not going on the fucking whatever that thing's called.
and then took a poop totem.
Oh, that's good.
You
Sounds like
made
a great
that, Jason.
vacation.
You made that.
Mm-hmm.
I was off work the other day,
Mhm.
and they split my route up, and it was one day last week. And Paulie carried part of it, right?
Yeah.
And I went in and I put it all together, split it up out the door. So the next day, Paul said, you got some weird motherfuckers on your route. Some really weird people. I said, well, there's a handful of weird ones, and then the rest of them are okay. There's just average
You
people.
never see the okay ones. You only see the weird ones.
Yeah, because
for the
who
most
else is at home at fucking 12 p.m. on a
Everybody,
a
as it
weekday?
turns out.
Everybody
Everybody's
on
home.
my route is home at that time. Nobody has a job.
I got a better question. Who says 12 p.m. in casual conversation?
I'm sick.
He's sick.
Not just physically in the head.
12 a.m. It's noon or midnight. Come on, get with the program.
I mean, I'm just being specific. I mean, noon here is different in Africa.
Specific. I'm just being specific. How much more specific can you get than noon?
Not noon. 12 p.m., Brian.
Oh, yeah. 12 p.
High noon, low noon, mid noon.
High noon. Is there a low noon? I don't think there is. Anyway, Paulie
If
said,
there's a
hey.
high noon, there has to be a low noon.
Right.
You would think so.
The first rule of
It's called
alchemy is there's
midnight.
always
Why
an
the fuck
equal
would
and
you just
opposite
call it
reaction.
noon then?
I don't even know why it's called noon. You want to chase that down or? No. I don't care.
Anyway, Paulie said you had some weird fucks on
Paulie
your
said
route.
you got some weird shit going on your route. And he's right. There's one little
he's
portion.
right, yeah.
There's one little portion where I have, like where I saw that guy, the bum, and across the railroad tracks where I chased him, where I gave chase, you know.
Yeah.
I told him I was gonna kick his ass, and then the bum woods that was had
You're one
cleared
of them.
out.
Just to be clear, like you're
I'm
a
the
part
one of the weirdest
this,
guys on the route.
You're a part
Yeah.
of this cast of characters.
Yeah, see, like when you leave the apartments, you take a right, but it's a dead end road, and a lot of people don't know that there's two houses back there.
Yeah.
As you cross some tracks that have no lights,
Yeah.
so they just got a sign back there.
Are these across the tracks that you decided you were going to clip the guy's cart because he was
Yes.
there?
Yeah. These are the same tracks.
Okay.
So you go across the tracks. So he was driving across the tracks because he knows that those two houses are back there. And he said, yeah, I look over and there's a guy on the railroad tracks, squatted, his pants down, he's taking a shit.
Yeah.
Right in the middle of the fucking railroad. Okay?
It's a good place to do it. You can cover it up with the rocks.
Right in the middle of the thing. And
Well, no, he's worried about what's gonna bite his ass in the woods,
I
so
guess.
he's doing it in a clearing.
So he's shitting.
I see
squatting.
nothing wrong with this.
Yeah.
And Paul says, well, I mean, I knew he was homeless because there was a backpack. And there was some garbage and some cups and shit laying around. He had all his garbage with him. So it was kind of scattered around. And he was squatting and taking a shit. So he goes over there and he's like, Jesus, this motherfucker has got everything going wrong on this route with these people. So he goes over to make, not a customer, by the way. The guy is just a transient. So he makes the two deliveries, comes back to cross the tracks
Well, I mean,
again.
everybody in America is a customer.
He's a transient.
Transient railroad track shitter. Huh?
Yeah, he's a track shitter.
Huh.
He comes back and looks
Seem
back
to
at
be
the
pretty
guy again.
stationary at the moment.
And he's like, I didn't really want to look when I came back because I was afraid he was still going to be shitting. But he was still in the position, but he was wiping his hands on his socks. Like he had got shit on his hands somehow. And he still had his pants down. He said
Now
his mule was
that's-
fucking hanging out and everything.
Now that's when you go to the bushes and you.
Maybe the guy had a bad experience with some poison oak or
Like, you're
something.
gonna take those socks with you.
Maybe he had to like dig out a bag of heroin or something.
It's possible.
You may
But
have swallowed it. Yeah.
maybe it's the first time the guy's taken a shit in a month, so who knows?
Also
you know how they are.
possible. Yeah. Everyone
Yeah, shit
addicts
locks
don't
you
poop
up.
a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, they don't take many baths.
Well, I think it's the homeless that causes the bath issue, not necessarily the heroin.
Yeah, maybe.
Speaking
Doesn't
of
cause hydrophobia or nothing.
It may.
Speaking of homeless people, I took my dog for a walk the other day, and he shit, and so I picked up the shit in a little bag, and I walked it back to the dumpster, and I threw it into the dumpster, and then a homeless man apparently thought I had food.
Oh, thank God.
And started going through the trash,
Oh, God.
and I was like, I just threw dog shit in there, but I'm gonna
Here's
keep
what you
walking.
do.
Why, this
is good.
This is how you know Brian is a bad person. Jason and I are both immediately disgusted, and Brian is trying to hold back his laughter.
Oh, I'm eager to tell you what I think now. I think everybody who walks a dog should carry around a McDonald's bag and use that to pick up dog shit with, or Wendy's or whatever.
It's fucking horrible.
You should always do
Literally Hitler.
You know, when I make a list of his qualities, compassionate will not be on the first
that. I am
page.
compassionate towards some people. That man is living the life he wants to live right there. The guy shitting on the tracks.
Some of them are.
That's why Brian.
There's
Some
no
of 'em
reason to
ain't.
feel any compassion for he's doing what he wants to do.
Right, because there are resources out there for people
Unlimited
to
resources.
go and take a shower.
I think he wants the heroin. It's just that the heroin's getting in the way of these resources. I think we have a heroin problem more than a homeless
We have
problem.
right. You're right about that. We have a major drug problem.
I think that's the issue.
Yeah, it's not affordable housing, and all that shit people say. We need affordable housing.
No.
that's
Most
not
of
it.
them are addicts. Like, no doubt about it. You're either an addict or you're batshit crazy.
Yeah.
The vast majority of the homeless we have are addicts.
But the thing,
who were made that way by major pharmaceutical companies who said OxyContin wasn't addictive.
not addictive at all.
Give it to them in higher doses, they can't get addicted to it.
I wonder if I could round up a bunch of these homeless that are affected by the opioid crisis and get them all to apply for their benefits from the lawsuit that's going on, and then give them a small cut of it and take it.
That's called a lawyer. You don't have a law license.
How do you get one of those?
Hey,
You go
round
to
up
school
a bunch
for
of,
it?
You know,
Well, the first step's you graduate college, and then you go to law school.
I was with you the first part of your plan. First thing you do, you round them all up. See,
You round
I'm
up
with
a lot
you.
of money is what you do.
They've got a camp around here.
Oh, there's camps
not around
everywhere,
Here.
yeah.
It's a little bit south.
It's not here. It's by the expressway.
Why do they
No,
choose,
no,
by the
there's
way, the
another one out in
noisiest
some farm
fucking
fields.
places?
I
to
read
live
about it.
The what?
There's some out by the farm fields and
near here.
So by the expressway.
near where I used to go to church.
That's an interesting
No.
statement.
But by the expressway.
I mean, yeah,
you
there's
could
probably some
literally
nice-
see the expressway
Most
from
of
there.
those camps are near or under expressways, and that one on my route was right next to a railroad track. How peaceful, you know? Really nice. Why wouldn't you just go somewhere out in the middle of nowhere?
Because
Where
then
there's
no
no
one throws
trap, no
anything away
noise.
for you.
Yeah, because you need the people to live off the detritus of others. If you
There's
go
not
in
a
the
lot of
middle of
good.
nowhere, unless you're like a fucking the man
Woodsman?
versus wild.
I was getting ready to say, why are
And-
homeless people
and there's no
Amish?
heroin dealers in the middle of the
Brian,
fucking woods.
If homeless people had skills, they wouldn't be homeless. I mean,
Well, it seems like you would end up having some
maybe.
skills.
But
Well,
You know, you had to
Well,
develop
that's-
some kind of survival
I mean, when your
skill.
choice, when your choice comes down to die or figure it out, you figure it out.
Yeah, well,
Well,
those guys.
That doesn't mean you have survival skills.
that comes after the heroin. Like at a
Oh,
point
yeah.
when you're so
You're
addicted you're
tainted
homeless.
thinking.
Like heroin is more important than the surviving.
Well, the guy picking up cigarette butts out of that ash can thing in front of the Kroger's. I mean, and then has the balls to ask somebody, "You got $1?" No, I don't have $1
What do
for
you mean
you.
has the balls to ask somebody for $1? He's
That's what I'm
picking up
saying.
cigarette butts out of an ash can.
What are you gonna do with the $1, pal? You gonna go open a fucking business? What do you want $1 for? You got to get the world by the ass here, man.
A little bit of heroin.
He wants to buy a better grammar.
Who sells $1 worth of heroin?
He wants to. Well, he's gonna put it with other dollars.
Maybe. I'm not gonna contribute to that.
Why? You're just gonna spend your money on drugs?
I'm not gonna contribute to that guy's drugs. If I'm buying drugs, they're going in me.
You bought a fucking dock.
I didn't buy a dock.
That guy's smarter than
I
you.
bought nothing. I didn't buy a dock.
He's
Who would buy a dock?
He's freedom. He has no car payment.
He's
He has no
freer than
house
you are.
payment.
He's freer than you.
Yeah, freer than you are. That's crazy.
Is it?
Yeah.
Have
Guy
you ever been
shitting on
addicted to
railroad
heroin?
tracks,
You know
son.
what? To him,
No.
you're crazy.
You know what? I say here's what we do. We get you addicted to heroin, and then
Oh,
we
is
see
it
how you're
an
living
experiment?
once you're addicted to heroin.
I'm
see,
still probably better
see
off.
if you become the thing you hate.
Nah.
I don't know. I was wrong about you. I thought you were just close to being homeless yourself, and that's why you hated him so much.
No.
Now that you're not that close to being homeless, I think you're just a dick.
Yeah, I'm an asshole.
Yeah,
Basically the
I
problem.
think that's where we're at here.
I'm just basically an asshole.
Like the lowest members of our society. Like it's like them, then homeless retards. Is like that's the only people below the normal homeless.
Nah, I feel like we should open up some the institutions that were closed in the 80s. You know, Reagan closed all them nut houses.
Yeah.
I think they ought to reopen those.
That's
And
not
get
going to
those-
help.
and
That's
they
not
get
going to
the
help with
crazy
our
people
homeless.
off. Well, it'll help the people who need the help.
The crazy
and
ones.
then all the ones that are left, Agent Orange, whatever.
Agent Orange.
Yeah, that's where he jumped to. That is where he jumped to.
Compassion.
Yeah.
I got compassion for the retards.
Brian, have
as
you
you've
ever
said.
considered that you're one of the crazy ones?
I know I'm crazy. I don't consider
He's never considered it. Okay, that's the sign.
I
of
don't
an
sit around
actual
and say
crazy
consider it.
person,
No,
is
I-
they've
I
never
know I'm nuts.
thought that.
Is it me that's out of touch?
That's
No,
how
it's
you
the
know
rest of
you're
the world.
sane is because you have the mental capacity to do that. But if you've never considered it, absolutely.
I don't have to consider it, Bruce.
It's like when they say,
I know I'm
"No,
crazy."
I've never considered I might be crazy," and the saltwater tank is easy to care for. Those are the two. Those are the two things.
And a boat. Just all you gotta do is put gas in it. That's
The
it.
biggest
Well,
lies
maybe those
man
two
has ever
things.
told.
This will only hurt for a minute.
You know they're delusional.
Yeah.
Warning signs, red flags.
Also, carry around a McDonald's bag when you're taking your dog for a shit.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
yes.
plan on it. See, plan on it.
Just as crazy.
That's,
as too.
Why is that crazy? By
let's
the way,
be honest.
let's get a box of.
That's
Let's
like
get a
mean
box of
teenagers.
donuts.
Why
Came
is
in.
that crazy?
Why does it bother you if some homeless person
Why is
gets
that
your
crazy?
Disguise
garbage?
shit
Oh, I
so
don't
a
know.
person might dig through the bag?
That's funny.
No.
That's a good bit. That's funny. Oh, you got dog shit on your hand. Wah, wah. Yeah, it's funny. It's like something you turn off the light
It's
in the
funny
bathroom
if
with
you
a guy.
it's funny if you get dog shit on your hand because you can go take a shower and get rid of the dog shit. He can't. He has now got dog shit on him.
He's got socks.
from now on.
He's got
he can-
socks. He wiped his hands on his
can
socks.
He's already
Take a
used his
shower.
socks. They're full.
Yeah, they're
That's for people's shit, not dog shit.
they're full. You're trying to take a shit in a sock.
I hope,
Why
I,
do
hope,
you do
I
that?
hope you step in like German Shepherd shit this week on your out.
Man, I don't know why you wish that evil on me. Just that I'm having a little fun here.
Because you've got socks.
Yeah, I got socks.
You got socks?
Yeah,
You
I
don't
do.
keep any undergarments or single use only.
Yeah,
Let's
toilet
just
paper.
Extend that out to socks.
Single use only. Hey, you want to come up with a single use pair of socks?
No.
Just
why would
dissolve off
anybody
your
want
feet.
those?
You'll never have to take them off.
Well, you gotta
Socks
still put
that
them
double
on.
as toilet paper.
And that's
That
the most.
is always going on.
And that's the most dangerous thing. It's putting them on. You know.
Well, you get the slider for that.
Listen. We get socks, normal insides with their little frizzy bits, but on the outside it's extra smooth.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a little bit of lube.
Maybe.
Wipe your butt clean.
One wipe done. That's not bad. It's not a bad
Throw
idea.
them away.
It scares me when
U-Haul
these two get
wipes?
together sometimes.
You'll wipe your ass with
Just so you know.
Vaseline so they come out easy. You know what I mean? You don't have to worry about
That's a
it.
good idea. I'm gonna start fingering my butt with a little bit of Vaseline.
Avery comes up with crazy shit, but doesn't actually do it. This
I've
motherfucker
never
chases
done-
people
I've
through
never done that.
through the woods with tiny baseball bats.
That is true.
I did want to kill that guy. I want to kick his ass.
Why?
He made me so mad.
Why? Let's examine this a little further.
We already examined the
Why?
shit out of it.
Like, it's ridiculous, but why?
Because I like the feeling of him being afraid of me. That's why. Remember? That's
Said
what we
every
arrived
sane
at.
person ever.
He needs to have power over the bums.
I did have some power
You
over
know,
him.
when- He wants
to
turned
be the
around and
bum
saw
master.
Me, I chased him. He
You
ran.
know,
I said, "Yeah, this feels pretty
when
fun."
they asked John Wayne Gacy,
I could do this
why,
for a living.
Yeah, I could
They
chase
asked
that guy.
John Wayne Gacy why. He's like, I like the fear in their eyes as I killed him.
No, that's wasn't the fear in his eyes. I wasn't killing him. I was chasing him. You know,
But
so.
you
But you
just
wanted
said
to
you
kill him. You
would have
literally said-
if you could.
It wasn't about him. It was about me feeling like, oh, cool, yeah, I'm gonna.
So
kill
he
this
was
guy
You
just
said
today.
you liked how
So he was an
made
object.
you feel.
No.
Yeah, so he was an object to you. He wasn't a real person to you.
Nah, he's a piece of shit.
That was his attempt to be an upstanding citizen.
Yeah, I was trying to do the right thing for
Jason, it
society.
should not
Jason.
surprise you that bums
It's
are not
about-
people to Brian.
It's about law and order, sir.
How many animals as a child would you say
Ooh,
you
that's a good
tortured?
question.
None. I don't torture animals. Fuck.
You kill them outright?
Jason,
Yeah, of course,
if
you
he
kill 'em
tortured
right
animals, he wouldn't have
immediately?
thought he was torturing animals. He was just examining the animal.
Just playing. Playing with a
Oh,
cat.
that's true.
He
We have to
wouldn't
speak to him from his
understand
mindset.
This girl at work.
How many
she,
animals did you entertain as a child, Brian?
Zero.
This girl at work, her nephew, watched too much Tom and Jerry.
Oh.
So the nephew had a hamster and beat it with a golf club. And then she saved the hamster and
What kind of life is going
it
on?
was
Blame it on
paralyzed.
Tom and Jerry.
I guess one arm was paralyzed, but
God.
the hamster lived for a little bit.
So he
Yeah,
hit it with
it's
a golf
like-
club, dragging itself. It's cruel. You should kill it. You should. You know
Oh,
what I mean?
that's
At
cruel.
that point.
That's cruel.
Why would you make it suffer?
So you've
like
got a
that,
weird
Bruce?
affinity for animals, but you would make a bum suffer in a heartbeat.
How would a bum suffer by getting some shit on him? Where's the
I'm talking about
suffering?
beating him with a tiny
beating him with the
bat.
baseball bat.
Well, he had that coming because he stole from a place on my road.
Yeah, he
stole
stole
dog
dog food
food.
for
Yeah.
food or heroin.
For a dog.
For himself.
Did he have a dog?
He
with
had
him?
that when he came in.
So you want him to starve his dog, is what you're saying. You can't torture
He could get a
animals, but you can
job
let
like the
other
rest of
people
us have to
torture 'em?
do. He could get a fucking job.
Not on
and go buy
heroin.
the
You ever tried
shit.
to work on heroin?
I don't know if that guy was on drugs or not.
The dog food may have been for him.
He,
though.
I mean, he ran quick. He got away from Brian.
Well, I mean, if you're gonna get, if you're
Holding
gonna
the bag
steal
of
something
food.
from a store, go to Kroger and steal some food. Don't steal fucking
They're
dog
expecting you
food.
to steal from Kroger. The pet store isn't expecting you to run out with a fucking case of dog food under your
tell you
arm.
what.
Yeah, how many
Well,
how many
Kroger
pet
now.
stores do you see a cop in front of? Because the Kroger I go to, there's always a cop.
Well, there's
just
not one
chilling.
across the street at the Kroger was across the road from the pet store.
They now have to put the spider magnets on steak. I'm pretty sure they do that at Walmart.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got a theory about, like, I can always go into Walmart and tell you what kind of area I'm in.
Uh-huh.
And you go to the pharmacy, and if the fucking condoms and lube is just, like, banded with those one things.
Like locked up?
Or
like,
behind
you know,
a glass case.
when they get behind the glass is when you got to start worrying.
Oh, fuck.
If
Well,
they
they just
just
don't
got
have
the
'em out?
thing on the box and you just got to take them to the counter, you're good. But if they're locked up behind the glass, you're
That's weird.
fucked.
I'm pretty sure
If they're
ours
behind
would.
the counter, get out of there now.
That's one way to tell,
Or
huh?
the phone
Yeah.
cords. You know, those $5
Oh,
phone
yeah,
cords
the
behind
fucking
glass
cheap ass
counter.
fucking phone chargers, too, is another way to tell.
Those are
They
easy
put
to
those behind
steal.
the glass?
Yeah, the behind the glass, the $5 phone cords.
I
behind
could
the
see
glass.
that because that's a high demand item. Like most people need that. It's easy to steal. You just slip it into your pocket.
Well, they're-
Condoms are a little bit crazy.
They're really they're outrageously expensive.
Right. It's bullshit. Honestly, especially if you have
I
an
think
Apple phone.
you ought to make condoms easier to steal. Because
Well, they give them away, though. You know those are free.
They're not going to the health department to get them. They're already at the K. Rogers.
You can go to
Just
Planned
give them the
Parenthood and get 'em. They
condoms.
just
Yeah,
give
they
'em to
want
you.
they want the
Well, if
nice
you're-
spicy ones.
Yeah, if you're in a bad area and you can pretty much tell that there's not too many people stealing condoms.
Right.
So
That's what I'm saying.
Like, why?
Well, then why
why
lock it?
in
Let's
if you're
make
in a
them
bad
easier to
neighborhood,
get.
let's
That
just
way
give 'em
there's
away.
not more little thieves.
Just-
They're just going to
just-
make more
that's what I'm
thieves.
saying, yeah.
Right next to the stand that has the ads for the cars, just have a little thing where you can just
Yeah.
take a condom.
I'm for that. Just throw them out. Just take a truck and fill it up full of there and just throw them out. Shoot them like a T-shirt gun. Just shoot condoms out at people's houses. Here.
But only in the bad parts of town.
Right. I don't know about that. I think we'd have to do
Should
it
we
everywhere.
just use Glenn as a greeter and he can have that as the side to him selling the
Welcome
day
to
after
Walmart.
pill?
And those
Here's
free
your
health
condom.
department condoms are like triple thick. Like nobody's going to use those
You kind of need them, though.
successfully.
Yeah.
They're like
Are they?
putting on 3 pairs of latex gloves, man.
Really?
They're not good.
No, I don't know.
There's a lot more material involved there.
I
I
would
don't
think
know.
they were thin.
I don't worry back.
That's what I would think.
You would think that they'd be cheap. Free. Yeah.
I'm just going by personal
I mean, are they
experience
expensive?
from 20-some years ago.
Are those? Do they cost a lot of
I
money?
don't know. They were free at the health department. We got them on the way to school because
I'm
we
not
thought it
talking
was
about
funny.
that. I mean, like when they're locking up, when they're
Why the fuck
locking
were
the
you
shit
going
up,
to
are
the
they
health
expensive?
department before school?
I don't know. I haven't bought condoms
I
in
haven't
like
bought
20-some
fucking-
years,
Yeah,
dude.
neither.
I don't know.
I have no idea.
I feel like they're not expensive, but I could be
Shouldn't be.
Bruce.
They have
I
a
mean,
weird machine that they test
How
them
much did
on,
they cost at the
Trojan
gay club
Labs.
you went to or that karate gym?
They always overcharge at the gay clubs.
Yeah, it was like
Yeah.
$1.25 out of a cigarette machine.
Really? $1.25 for one?
Yeah,
Kids
out of-
get
out of the
gouged
tub.
for
Quarter.
everything.
What?
It's true.
What's the quarter? You can't just put $1 in and buy it. You got to fucking throw the 25
I mean, it's like
cents.
my laundry machine. It's all fucking weird numbers. It fucking comes out to $3 and something at the end. I don't get it.
I don't get it
People,
either. I
People
don't
with
know.
coins in their fucking machines, man.
What's wrong with coins?
Why do
Oh,
we even
don't.
have? Why don't we
No.
even have coin currency at this point?
Coins are fine. We need coins
What do we need coins for?
for change.
Why
Says
do we
the
need
person
change?
who has to get it out of their pocket
For
every time he
bums.
comes home. I gotta get this change out of my pocket.
Can we do away with pennies at least, Brian?
No.
We should have done that like 20 years
I
ago.
don't think so.
Like
I think we
actually
need
20
that.
years
We need
ago.
Fuck off.
we need all denominations.
They're
What
gonna
costs
round. They're gonna
us-
round up. It's gonna wind up
It
fucking
costs
you.
Yeah.
us
It's
so
gonna cost
much
us more.
fucking money
Doesn't matter.
just to make pennies.
I think we should keep pennies.
I flatten my pennies on all of my trips.
Not
I
even
need my
counting.
pennies.
Here's
Not
the
even
weird one.
counting all the time.
Why are they still minting this? When's the last time you got one of these?
A dollar coin?
No, it's a half.
Oh, half. I don't know. Why the fuck are they making those?
I think how many they mint is just based on how many are used. I guess people are still using them if they get them, so
I never
they
get
keep
them.
making 'em.
Where do you get them at?
None of them machines even take them.
Fuck no.
No.
They don't take that sackage away of shit either.
Yeah, they're supposed to.
Some of them do.
They were supposed to, yeah. But
Oh
it's not,
shit! We should be one of those lawyers that go around and like file cases about those machines not taking.
Hey, you got a
big
fucking
coins.
ambulance chaser streak in you, don't you?
Yeah.
You fucking
The
like a
fuck?
dirtbag lawyer.
I'm trying to find some money.
With you today.
Trying to look for some money. Trying to sue somebody.
What's it not going too well at the apartment, buddy? Or
No,
yeah?
it's going all right, but you know, I always gotta have room for more hustle.
Did they come in and do an inspection and say you owe us some more
Something
deposit?
Something happened.
I like how
Sounds like
I like
laundry's
how
costing a
being
lot of
a
money.
lawyer to Avery is a side hustle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not going to be my main job, but I'll do it in my spare time.
Well, we're not going after the big win.
Right.
We're just going to get,
You
small
fake it.
crimes, Under 1,000.
Chasing ambulances.
Just moving
That's-
violations only.
Just like, you
that's
know,
all I. That's
you
all
owe me
I do.
600. You owe me 600. You did that 10 times a day, you got it made.
And that and things. So check this out. My brother is and my sister-in-law have a baby on the way. So they're all at dinner the other night. I wasn't there, and my mom looks at my brother and my sister-in-law very seriously and says, "Oh, if it's a boy, you should name it Judadiah." And I was like, was she serious? And
It's a
my
good
brother
name.
said,
It's a good country name.
my brother said, yeah, she was dead serious.
Yeah,
So I'm
good
going to have to
country
have a
name.
talk with my mom about that because Judadiah is completely unacceptable.
Are you sure it wasn't Jedediah?
Oh, yeah.
Judadiah wouldn't be any good.
Jedediah.
Jedediah?
Yeah, Jedediah.
That's still
What'd I say?
terrible.
Yeah, Jedediah. And I
Still
was like,
brutal.
what would we call him? Jed?
Jed.
And I was
God.
like, no, Jedediah. I mean, how
Poor
did you know
mountaineer.
that? So I've never even heard that. So
He's from
Yeah,
the
it's
Bible.
Beverly Hillbillies.
Oh my.
No, that's Jeb. Jebediah is from the Bible.
There's a Jedediah also.
Yeah. It's an old country name.
Aw.
Beverly Hillbillies.
Did
Poor mountaineer.
like they were making it up.
Couldn't even feed his family.
where did
Found some
where did
oil.
Jedediah live?
The desert.
I mean, there was a lot of them.
The tail
She
of
wants
the
you to
holler.
say in
He
the
was
holler.
homeless.
Head of
That's
the
what
holler.
she wants.
Is what
At
she
the
wants.
head of the holler.
I mean,
I
my
don't like-
grandfather's name was Ab.
Abe?
Abraham lived at the head of the
Abner.
holler.
Abner.
Ooh.
Went by Ab.
Ab.
Abner's a pig's name.
You know, there's a lot of weird names, and the old ones are coming back.
What a fucking observation this motherfucker just laid on us.
No, I'm just saying.
Hey guys, you know what I was thinking? There's a lot of weird names. Muhammad.
Like the old ones are coming back. Like the
Hamid?
old weird ones.
Like I don't know whether to call him Hamid or Hamid.
Ham.
Which one is he? And
Mo.
they don't eat ham, so that's even weirder.
Let's call him Mo. It's fine.
Some people are named Muhammad.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Boutros.
A lot of weird names. I get it.
But
Strange.
My nephew is.
I
not
just heard
gonna
the
be named
Seinfeld music right
Jedediah.
after you said that. Hey guys, I was thinking.
I was thinking about this name thing too, and I suggested to him that maybe you should call the baby Walter.
Yeah,
And,
that's a good name. Yeah,
That's
Walter.
a strong old name, and he's like,
Yeah.
no.
Makes
fuck,
me think of the
fuck
grumpy
no.
old men. Walter, Matthew.
I was thinking about Walter
Matthau?
Subject.
Mathau.
I was thinking
Mathau.
finding Walt. You could find Walt.
Or meth. It also makes me think of meth. It makes me think of those two things: grumpy
Walter
old men
Sobchak?
and meth.
Walter from Big
No,
Lebowski.
Walter-
You don't think about it?
No.
That's,
I don't.
that's what I think about.
He's like he might be in my top 5 Walters.
Yeah, Walt.
And
But
we
nobody aims. You know, some of those are coming back.
A brilliant scientist
Roger.
who makes.
Even Disney's ahead of him. You know he's Jason's number
I don't,
one.
you know, I never even thought of that. I never even thought of
Such an
Disney.
anti-Semite.
Disney.
Didn't even think. No,
Yeah,
Walt
I
Disney.
just
I didn't
now
even. That's a
thought
famous
about it.
Walter. I didn't even think about
What's
him.
up with like calling me the anti-Semite lately? Like I haven't done that bit in years.
I know.
Harlan's not even around.
I
want to
bring it back. I like it. It's
Yeah, I
funny.
like it. Now, dude.
I only do it if I can see the tears.
You,
of the
you
person I'm
haven't done
doing
it in years because you haven't been around a Jew in years.
Yeah,
Well,
and a
that's
Semite.
not true. I've just not been around a Jew I wanted to antagonize.
On
in years.
Mike. Oh well. Yeah.
I see. You're just reading from your tattoos now. Good.
I'm not shooting up no WalMarts. Fuck off.
That was good. Is that what that was?
Yeah.
who were
No,
they?
it was no. He was
'Cause-
like a white nationalist, but
Okay.
he was targeting
That means Nazi.
Latinos.
Really?
If he picks on the
Yeah.
wrong Jew, they're gonna bust out
Hey,
the real martial arts.
There's some
on
bad
him.
Jews out there, man.
Like fucking crab.
I know.
rangoon
I know one
shit.
that fucking kick everybody's ass.
Did y'all hear there was another one in Dayton this
Yeah.
morning?
Yeah.
What happened?
That's where my
Fuck.
dad lives.
It's another shooting this
Oh,
morning.
God.
Was it your dad? My grandpa.
No.
Your dad lives there? Is that what
Yeah.
you just
Dayton?
said?
Yeah, my dad lives in Dayton.
Is that the
know
rubber
that.
capital of
I didn't either
The
till
world?
recently.
Turns out I didn't know it.
Been there for years, apparently.
I mean, he's probably good.
Akron?
Dayton,
Dayton.
rubber capital of the world.
Right.
Anyway, they had a shooting last night, but the cops were on this dude like within something like 8 seconds or something like that, and he still managed to kill 10 people.
How the
Yeah.
fuck?
It was like a Barg district. It was like a place where there's just like the roads closed and it's just bars and outside shit. And as soon as he started shooting, the cops were like right there. Like it's not like they came to it. It's like they were that
coming.
dude's
They were already
shooting.
there.
Yeah, that dude's just shooting.
Fuck.
We'll stay at the dock.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So last night we went to Walmart after the big Walmart shooting in El Paso.
Yeah.
Not a motherfucker in the place, dude. We had the run of Walmart. All of these people were like, they shot up Walmart in El
Did you
Paso.
consider that if somebody came in to shoot up the place, you'd be the first people he would find because there's
True.
nobody else there? He's like,
True.
I'm going to shoot the
Evidently.
first motherfucker I find.
Yeah.
Jason's the only one in there.
We got this whole place to
He
ourselves.
got bad
The
odds.
flip side of that is he would shoot the greeter and I would hear the shots and go out automotive. I had a backup plan.
Go out automotive.
There you go.
But what if you're in the toy aisle?
You could have gone out
Still go
garden.
out and
We
still,
should,
yeah,
we should
garden.
cut that.
Maybe.
Why should we cut that?
I don't
It's
know.
so bad.
What?
It's
I'm
not great.
serious. I was there and there wasn't anybody there because the idiots around here think, well, they're
They
shooting
think
up
that-
Walmart
yeah.
today. They might shoot up this Walmart.
Let's go back today. You think they're there today?
Like you couldn't get in fucking Myers, but Walmart, fucking whole parking lot. I parked at the first non-handicapped spot close to the door.
Wow.
That's how empty
It's a
that
great
place
feeling.
was.
They
Never
had a
done that
plan.
before. And because they were so fucking dead, they sent half their cash registers home, so you'd still have to wait in line because
Well, of
fucking
course,
Walmart.
Yeah, fuck 'em. Did you get anything good?
No, I don't get shit when I go to Walmart.
Condoms.
Amy got new
From
underwear.
behind the
Stole
counter.
'em.
Amy wanted back to school underwear because that's the only time you can get a 10-pack apparently.
Back to school underwear.
Yeah.
Oh, they got the underwear 10 packs.
They have special underwear just for back to school.
He goes, yeah. I mean,
Well, the rest of the year they sell them in 10-packs. She was telling me, and then this time of year you can find 6-packs. This time of year you can find 4 more for only like a couple dollars more.
I like how they put that on the packaging.
Yeah.
Like I
No,
showed
it
you
doesn't. She just knows. She just apparently buys a lot of underwear.
So does he. Wolf Kid seems
Yeah.
like he's buying a lot too.
I tear them out.
He tears them out.
Neither one of y'all can buy as many as Brian. He throws away a pair a day.
I used to.
Well, right now's the time.
Where's-
Back to
when's-
school.
when's the best
They
time?
got the 10
What do
packs.
you wear tidy whities? Is that? Okay.
Yeah, I bet
Bikini.
you it's boxer briefs.
Boxer briefs are the way
Bikinis.
to go.
Bikinis.
Briefs. And he wears women's socks.
Nothing.
Yeah, wear women's socks.
He
And
has them on
I don't
today.
believe that
Bikini
because
briefs.
you don't have a porn mustache.
I know it'd be fucking hard to believe, wouldn't it?
I thought the bikini was just easier for him to stuff down the toilet to flush it.
It is.
That's possible, yeah.
They
Boxers
go right
may-
down.
yeah.
Boom. They go down too. Actually, they go down pretty fast. You'd be surprised.
He's tested it.
I don't know. I never flushed a pair of underwear.
Problem with boxers is they're thin, so they're not going to soak up much. Like
You've
I feel
never
like
flushed
you
a
get a
pair
lot
of
on your
underwear?
legs, and then you got to flush your socks too.
Oh, it's a whole
Good
thing.
point, Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta flush. You gotta flush your entire outfit. There goes the
point.
jacket. How you gonna get out of there? Bring me some clothes. What happened?
I can't
I
leave
flushed
till
them all
it's
down.
all gone. You want some toilet paper? No.
No, fuck that.
Then
Just
bring
bring me a
some
shirt
clothes.
and some pants.
Good point. These are all good points.
I got half my fucking Levi's in this thing. The other half's going down next.
Good point.
Oh,
Anyway,
shit.
so I bet Walmart's busy again today because they shot up a nightclub district last night, so people think Walmart's safe again.
Shit, fourth.
Probably.
Oh, they probably already forgot about it. They're on to the next shooting. People go on to the next shooting.
Yeah, I think the second was a false flag because they wanted to detract away from the fact it was another Nazi shooting, which is happening all the time now.
Well, it could have been like Walmart.
Yeah, false flagging. That's what
an
I was
employee of Walmart in order to get the focus off of the Walmart because it hurt him so
Oh,
bad.
That's a good
He
point.
could have went and.
We gotta be running out of
done it.
Nazis, though. Right?
I
You
know,
think
but
with
they
every
keep
generation that
making more.
passes,
They keep
you
making
think there'd be a
more.
little less.
No,
you think like
they've had a
one
resurgence.
child would make it through
They keep
without
making
being a
more.
fucking asshole.
And then, no, they keep like some people aren't born Nazis; they become Nazis later, and then our president keeps calling them good people.
That does kind of hurt the.
It kind of hurts.
You know,
I mean,
Decline of it.
there's good people. You know, the Nazis. There's some good people on both sides there. On the Nazi side, there's good people. So,
Yeah.
you know,
Concerning.
it's whatever. I wonder if he bought the gun he shot up the Walmart with at Walmart.
That would be interesting.
probably.
It's possible, I guess.
No, it was a .223 extended clip semi-auto.
Why do you know so many details? This is concerning
Yeah.
me.
What kind of gun was it?
It was really quick.
I'm sure they said it in the AR.
Like, how do you already have
They
all this
always do.
information?
Let's call it assault weapon. That's what they say every time.
He also
It's
wore
assault weapon.
this fucking dickhead also wore hearing protection while he was doing a mass shooting.
What?
Really?
Yeah. He wore
What kind of-
fucking range muffs while he was shooting
No
up a
shit.
fucking Walmart. That's what
That's
kind of
scary
dipshit
Hold on,
he
now
is.
did he
Dick.
have the fucking safety goggles too?
No, I don't think he had the
Oh,
goggles.
the fucking yellow. Ugh.
Maybe he was afraid the cops were going to use a flashbang, and he knows.
Well, he
Like
gave
you
up
make
as soon as he
fucking
saw a
video
cop. Is the other thing. Like that's
Did he
how much.
really?
Yeah. As soon as he saw a cop, he threw the gun down.
What the?
Time trial.
Was this at the nightclub thing? This is the Walmart.
No,
thing.
this was in Walmart.
That's
There's not a lot
weird
of
as fuck.
details about the night district
Yeah, it
area.
just happened.
There's fucking cameras everywhere. How are there not any details?
Oh, I'm sure
I'm
there
sure if you
probably
get
is.
on
Why
They're
would
not
cops
releasing
give
them.
them the chance?
I don't know.
I mean,
I
Is
guess
that a
if you're a
controlled
cop
area?
and you
I
don't
mean-
see a gun in the hand, you're worried you're going to shoot a...
yeah, but
It's
if you're
Texas.
a cop going
Yeah.
into this Walmart
I understand, but it's in Texas. You know how many
and you
people
see
shot
the
back at him?
guy,
Yeah, there was probably 10 shots
how do you
coming.
not
at the-
immediately draw on him?
I understand what you're saying, but you see a guy with a gun, you can't automatically assume that's him because it's Texas and there were people shooting back
They
at
got a
him.
description of the guy.
There's
They got
probably a lady
cameras. They already
checking
know
out.
what he looks
No,
like.
it was only something like 8 minutes from the time the first shot was fired till he gave up. Like there was no time in that one either.
He was wearing body armor as well.
Well, I
There's
mean,
probably some lady
it's 'cause
checking
he
out
gave up
buying
when
a
the first
10-pack.
cop got there.
She was buying a 10-pack of underwear and got her wallet out. The
fucking
guy
time to
starts
be
shooting,
just shooting people.
pulls her pistol out and starts firing back. That's where they are in Texas.
No, that well,
It's fucking nuts.
well they said that, which I'm fine. Like I'm fine with shooting. If you're trying to kill me, I'm going to shoot back.
Yeah, but you're in a fucking Walmart.
I understand.
What is? Why are you getting so upset in here?
I didn't start the shooting in the Walmart.
I know, but like, you can't go and enjoy these low prices altogether. What the
Rollback
fuck?
time, baby.
Yeah.
Everyday low prices.
Well, yeah. And then I heard it was another Nazi, and it's like, oh, I'm sure this won't be marked as a terrorist activity.
And they never are. Why the fuck would you go there? I don't.
I mean, how many people were shot?
In that one, it's now up to 20, but it's possible to go up because there's like 35 in the hospital.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
And Dayton was 10 confirmed dead and 18 in the hospital, I think.
Jesus.
So that one can go up too.
It's a shame that there wasn't somebody carrying a gun.
They
that
were.
Got
They're
to
like
him first. Like, no, I mean,
Cops,
that's
man.
a lot of people. No, just somebody shopping in the Walmart that could have killed him before he.
it's back to school weekend. Their school starts next week. That's why he picked this weekend.
Oh my god.
And it was like in a heavy Mexican area. Like most
El
of the
Paso, yeah.
El Paso is Mexico.
Yeah, well, they're saying most of the dead are Latino, and his manifesto says that's why he was doing it.
Got a manifesto already.
Send
huh?
them back. Oh, yeah, he posted it before he did it.
Hmm.
Posted it on 8chan.
It's weird.
8chan, is that a new site?
No. 8chan's what everybody thinks 4chan is.
Oh.
4chan's tame. People go to 4chan and it's like, this ain't what I heard it was. And then they go to 8chan and it's like, oh, this is what I heard
This
about.
is the weird shit.
No.
Yeah, it's fucked.
Another Nazi. So, Nazis are a thing again.
And he's shooting Mexican people.
Yeah.
In El Paso because he's mad because they're in El Paso.
Yeah.
Huh.
And he drove 6 hours to get there.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Like, he intentionally went to that
He just drive to
Walmart in El
Mexico.
Well, but those Mexicans are good Mexicans because they're staying where they are. Like his manifesto
I
is
still
literally
don't
about.
think the location of the person. I mean, like if you're gonna hate somebody, it doesn't matter where they are, right?
Well, no, he's
I
he's
think
mad
his
about
issue
immigrants.
is with
Send them back. Like he had like send them back in there, which I've heard
Where's-
somewhere recently
Yeah. I don't
on
know.
like a
Where was
large platform. I'm not sure where.
the priority isn't hurting Mexico as much as it is protecting the U.S.
And
Yeah,
these
that's not
immigrants are
protecting us,
bringing disease and they're overrunning the country and.
Well, it sounds like him and Donald get along.
Him and Donnie T.
It's good people.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's good people on both sides. So
I'm not sure which Donald y'all are talking about.
you don't know
I don't
Donnie?
know this guy.
Donnie T. You don't know him?
No.
Big gaudy gold belt buckle.
Is he the one that said send them back recently? Because
He may have been, if I remember correctly. There's this guy, and he talk. All he does is fucking talk. Okay, just talking.
Yeah.
And he repeats himself a lot. And I remember
Kinda
him
like
saying
us?
something like that. No,
He's
way more than
orange.
us.
Oh.
Way more than us. Like way more. Like way more.
Huh.
Way more.
What are you saying?
Bet he's got fantastic hair though.
The best.
Everybody tells
Big
me.
hands.
How are his people? Does he have good people?
They're the best. They're
Oh.
great.
How beautiful
Tremendous.
How beautiful is his daughter to him?
I think he'd like to fuck her. Is what I think.
I think he has.
I think he may.
Comedy show? Not really.
Yeah.
I don't really think he has.
I don't think he's
molested
committed that.
his
No,
daughter.
I don't think he's committed that crap.
Hey, this is a joke, but Donald Trump definitely fucked his daughter, but it's a joke.
Didn't sound like much of a joke.
I thought we were talking about
That
Donnie
joke
T.
sucked.
If you look into the
That
camera,
wasn't
it's
funny.
a joke.
Same person.
That wasn't
D-
funny.
Donnie
Right.
T died in 2016.
Donnie
Donnie
T?
T was
I know.
the trumpet player. Donnie T. I
Long
thought we were talking
as
about
Donnie
T.
Wahlberg is still alive.
Yeah.
So I went back to work on Wednesday, and
How bad was it?
I was happy and disappointed.
Wait, I thought you were going back Tuesday.
No, I went back
No,
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
I had 2 more days.
Okay.
Yeah, I was happy because I didn't have anything really to clean up. I was disappointed because I didn't have anything really to talk about on the show about it.
Nothing to do. No.
Everything went well. It was a disaster, Brian.
Yeah.
There was like 20 pieces.
Worst week of his life. What'd you
It's
do
like-
Monday and Tuesday?
Nothing.
On vacation.
Why was
Everybody
I
else
supposed
went
to-
back to work,
Why was I supposed to do something?
and he chilled with Calvin. He
What
was.
do you mean? You
he
had
was
to.
spending
You
special
existed
time-
somewhere. You did something.
Yeah, he played video games with Calvin because
Okay.
Calvin's going back to school.
Okay,
Me and
that's
Calvin
fine.
hung out,
Just
we
say
played
that.
Video games. We went and got breakfast one day. I mean, nothing.
All right.
Breakfast.
Damn.
Uneventful.
We got breakfast.
Are you
Probably
making
it-
fun of how I said the word breakfast?
No.
No.
I
Leave
just
me
remember in
alone.
previous conversations that you went to the breakfast bar,
Oh.
and then you said
Yeah.
you weren't going to go back because you had ate all your calories for
The day.
the day or the week.
Remember that?
And then the very next week, you went back.
Back to the.
And now you took Calvin to breakfast.
No,
So-
I went.
Same place?
No, he
Oh,
wanted. No,
that's
I let him pick the place, and he wanted Denny's.
Huh.
And boy, that was a fucking mistake.
What do you
Yeah.
want?
Denny's.
Oh.
What'd he get? Chicken tenders?
Yeah, of course he got
Diarrhea.
chicken tenders.
That's what he gets
He
everywhere.
got
How are you
diarrhea.
going
Why
to go
the
to
fuck would you
Denny's
go
and
to
not
Denny's?
get breakfast?
Why would you go
Because
to
Calvin
Denny's
gets chicken tenders everywhere.
to get chicken tenders?
He has
go
to
to-
sample chicken tenders from a new restaurant.
Go to the Dairy
Uh-huh.
Queen.
Dairy Queen
Yeah.
has
So,
good chicken
well,
tenders.
like, we didn't actually leave here till like 10, so like breakfast choices were kind of limited anyway.
Yeah.
And
For you.
So Denny's.
I had a hankering for a waffle, so his choices were Frisch's, Waffle House,
Frisch's.
or Denny's,
Frisch's?
and he chose Denny's.
Huh.
And
I
that's
think he
when,
likes the names. Is that why he picked it?
no, he knows the restaurant.
No.
He's ate there with my sister apparently, and he already knew what he wanted. He didn't even look at the menu.
Wow.
So yeah. I, however, was not pleased.
Not pleased with the Denny's, huh?
Not pleased at all.
Nothing there's good,
That's
in my
alright.
opinion.
I mean, there's gonna be another meal.
Like
in
every sandwich they
another
have,
4
like
hours.
which I like, the ideal of a toast sandwich with eggs, bacon, and ham sounds really good.
I mean, I can make that at home.
Was
and
that the
cheese.
moon over my hammy?
No, this
Oh.
was the
Oh,
Grand
God
Slamwich.
damn. Fuck.
Grand Slamwich.
Brian was so disgusted by mine, he missed yours. Grand
Was that-
Slamwich.
We say it again, Brian.
Brian.
Grand Slamwich.
See, it's a pun on their other popular meal, the Grand Slam.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's basically they take everything on that plate, blend it up, and stick it on some couple pieces of toast.
Just mash it all together, huh?
But the reason I didn't want the moons over my hammy
Why
Yeah.
the fuck?
is because, well, I'm going to tell
Why
you
would
why
I
the
call
fuck.
it that?
That one's
I like
worth
that one.
ordering just so you can say the name
No, it's
to,
not.
to your,
I'd
to your
never order
waiter
that.
or waitress.
I would give a fuck if it was the best thing there. Never. I'd never order that.
My waitress smoked about a carton a day. She sounded like this, and she's about 450 pounds. But so you would like the reason I don't order that is because they put some kind of like maple Christmas spice bullshit on their
Yeah.
toast
Okay.
for that, and so I thought this one wouldn't have that because like that maple Christmas spice bullshit wouldn't go with the Grand Slamwich.
It's a good looking sandwich.
It does.
Hmm.
And then, like, whatever they paint that on with is some kind of industrial product that no matter how much you shampoo your mustache, you will still be smelling it for 3 days.
Oh, God.
It
Oh,
smelled.
no.
It smelled like Christmas was in my fucking mustache for 3 fucking days.
Is that
I
on the
fucking
bacon?
hated
That
it.
sounds awesome.
It's on the bread.
I would love that.
Also, is it French toast?
No, it's just like toast that they like butter with some kind of fucking industrial solvent that has like Christmas. It's like those air fresheners they sell only at Christmas. It's like gingerbread and fucking
What could that
weird spices.
It's what do you mean? It's in the butter. It's baked into the bread.
Yeah. What
Baked
is
in.
that spices? Explain that spice because I don't know
Nutmeg?
what that spice is.
Nutmeg.
Like, yeah, nutmeg's definitely one of them, but there's more than that. And you know
Cinnamon?
maple, cinnamon, nutmeg, maple,
Maybe
What's
brown
on
something
that
else.
sugar.
like coming off the bacon?
Is that moons over my hammy?
That's
Yep.
a ugh.
That's what that
That
is.
looks like
Looks pretty
shit.
good, honestly.
That looks like somebody shit that out on a plate and put toast on it.
And those hash browns are unedible. There,
That looks
They're-
fucked.
Really?
How do you,
they're not edible
Why?
because you can't put them on a fork.
what do you
Like
mean?
you get one little sliver of a hash brown on a fork, and by the time you get to your mouth, that fucker's gone.
How about you just practice better eating habits?
It's fucking stupid. It's burn on one side, raw on the other. Fuck you.
Yeah, that's not good.
Also, Frisch's has really good hashed beef on their breakfast bar.
Hashed beef?
Hashed beef, man.
What is that?
It's like beef that's been hashed.
Does that mean it's mixed with weed?
That's
No.
what I'm hearing.
No, it's like I don't know what it is.
It
tastes
might be
good.
when
Gave
Avery
me the
makes it.
shits.
Yeah, I don't know, but what is it? What kind of cheese is this? Is it fake?
It's two different kinds of cheeses.
It doesn't look good.
It's got cheddar and provolone, I believe, or maybe Swiss.
Cheddar doesn't melt properly. It's
God
fucking.
damn, that looks good. My
Yeah,
girlfriend makes
disgusting.
something like that. She got one of them George Foreman's. She
Run her
cooks-
foot on
It's
it?
turkey.
Does she have an equally awesome name for it?
No. She's just like, here's a fucking sandwich.
Here's a fucking sandwich. I like that much
That's the
better.
name Brian can get behind.
Yeah.
Is that what I'm supposed to start calling your sandwiches, Jace?
I'll have
Here's
the
your
fucking
sandwiches?
sandwich.
I'm gonna open a restaurant. That's it. I'm gonna
Hold
do
the
that.
ham.
Like
fucking sandwich, the fucking taco.
So like
What about
this
burger?
week, I've
Get out.
realized that I have become a slave of routine, like more so than I've ever been
you
in
just
my
realized
entire
that?
life. So as soon as I go back to work, I keep doing the same things I do every day at work, same as always. And then I come home and I eat the same lunch I've ate for a year and a half now.
Really?
And then I eat one of the same 4 approved dinners that I eat.
There's way more than 4.
What, like 6?
In my phone, I have like 20 of them.
Yeah, but right now there's only 6 you're cooking on a regular basis.
On a
All
rotation.
right, man, stop throwing shade. You're gonna get yourself in trouble.
I'm not
Yeah.
throwing shade.
You'll be
I'm
eating-
not
you'll be-
complaining about it.
You'll
I
be
was gonna say
eating
there'll be
fucking
the
one
same
dinner.
thing every night. You keep fucking around.
It'll be a goddamn Hungry Man meal that she didn't fucking microwave.
There's been a lot of that recently. She's still on protest from vacation, I believe. So it's just like annoying to me, and like one day I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna eat that chicken patty when I get home.
Yeah, you shouldn't. You should stop eating those.
Because A, it's probably not good for me.
No.
And B, like, why not eat something else for lunch? And I had this whole conversation because I was fucking hungry as fuck because I don't eat breakfast.
Mhm.
On the way home, and then I walked in. I was like, "Hey, Jazz, fix me a couple chicken patties."
Ah, man, what are you doing?
I just can't do it.
You can.
I can't.
I can.
So next
You get in
time,
that comfort spot, and it's like it's all you want.
I'll just fix you something.
No, I don't.
Oh
And
no! If
whatever's
he
on
asks
the
you for
plate.
2 chicken sandwiches and you bring anything else, that's gonna be a lot worse
gonna
than
be-
if he had
Here's
just
your-
asked for the
Jason's
other
gonna
thing.
tell me
Here's
he's
your
on his
fucking
way-
sandwich.
Boom.
He could be
Be
on
one of
his way
those.
home, and when it gets in, I'll be like, I already made you shit. Here, eat it.
I'm gonna
Don't have to ask
not
for
be
anything.
okay with that.
Pick something else,
That's
man.
gonna mess up his
That's all.
routine. Like he was just
Yeah,
talking
that's
about
just real fucking easy.
how much.
That's like going and telling
Just
these
pick
homeless
something
guys,
else.
"Hey, man, just get off
Hey.
fucking heroin,
I
clean
didn't say
yourself
that.
up."
I didn't say that.
Get chicken.
You gotta.
nuggets.
There's variety though. There's things out there that you like
he
other
said,
than that.
He said get a job. He didn't say stop doing the drugs.
Right. That's up to you. I
is
never
true.
told you to do that. Just get a fucking job. Support your fucking habit. Who cares?
Get some like.
Addiction.
I don't think he can be CEO of a major corporation. That's a fucking habit.
I think he probably could.
Get some baked with chicken nuggets, sprinkle some Parmesan grated cheese over it.
Yeah, you know what?
You're
You gotta
doing
stop
too
getting
much.
those. Anything
You're
that
doing
says
too much.
banquet or hungry man, you gotta get rid of that shit. You gotta get it out of your life. It's
I
terrible.
was just gonna
cheap. You
take
get a
out of
big
the
ass
freezer
bag.
the
Yeah, it's cheap.
quesadillas and hamburgers and make him a cheeseburger.
It's fucking chicken
Ooh, I ain't
beaks,
had a
Make him
cheeseburger in a
some
while.
hashed beef.
ground up ribs and shit.
Yeah,
It's not,
man. Use
How do you
every
how do
part
you
of the
serve
animal.
hashed beef? Does that come on bread?
I don't
It was
even know
just
what
a
that
fucking
means.
There
type
a
of hashed
sauce?
beef.
It comes on bread, but first you gotta cut out the middle and the triangle so it looks like a hashtag. That's how you get the hash out of
Ugh.
hashed beef.
There's no like instructionals. There was a fucking pan of meat and it said hashed beef, and I said that looks good. And I tried it. And
Does
I was
it?
like, this is pretty good.
Nope.
It's got, I think it's got like bread, like some hash browns or some sort of potato in there.
See, I'm not gonna eat
Maybe that's
anything.
the
got-
hash.
Well,
Could
no,
be.
the beef is also hashed. The beef has been hashed. It's like those.
I don't
steak
think it has been
burritos
hashed.
Where it's like
What does
cut
hashed
real-
even mean?
I don't. He
What-
doesn't
what
know. Why
are
would he keep
hash-
insisting
what are
that?
Hashed potatoes. What are hash browns? What are those? What is the hash?
Mashed potatoes are pretty self-explanatory.
Hash.
They've been mashed.
Hash.
What does hashed mean?
Hash.
Chopped thinly.
Is that what that means?
Hash
It's like
browns.
Then why wouldn't you call au gratin potatoes hashed?
it's
Those,
like-
are, those are chopped
It's
thinly.
like diced.
Yeah.
It's like
It's a
diced
julienne.
longly.
Okay, that's a julienne cut, diced longly.
just said
the fuck?
Jazz, will you get longly, please?
Longly.
More
I like
crowded.
diced too.
So
'cause-
basically diced, but only in one direction.
well, basically
No,
diced,
in
but
all
not
directions.
diced at
It's all
all.
directions.
Because diced is cubed.
Basically, diced, you do half the job and then you quit.
Yeah, and you just longly leave them.
You dice them one way and then don't turn them and do it again. You just say, fuck it. We're going to call them something else. How about hashed?
It could be.
So you know when you go to the Waffle House and you get their hashed browns.
Is that the way they call it?
I don't know. That's that shape of that potato. That's been hashed.
Saw that shit on a shingle.
Hash is a culinary dish consisting of diced or chopped meat, potatoes, and spices that were mixed together and cooked by themselves or with other ingredients. So anything.
Anything. It could be anything.
Such
Literally
as onions.
anything.
The name is derived from the... fuck
So
this.
it's chopped.
Yeah.
Hashed means chopped.
Longly.
Well, did it say...
No, I mean, it does
Longly,
now.
yeah.
It
yeah.
didn't before, but it does now.
Yeah, you want to
Chopped
get a hold of
longly.
them and
But
add
it's like
that.
a bunch of chopping. It's not just a little bit of chopping. It's like
So they just
we're gonna
smash
fuck it up.
everything?
Yeah.
We're just going to fuck this meat
Yeah.
up so you can't tell what kind of meat it is?
Just
Shit on a shingle.
shove it in your
did say
mouth.
mystery meat.
Chew it take 2 bites and
It was
down the
good.
gullet. Yeah,
Was it
it was
good?
fucking amazing. Only good thing they have there.
Well, what the fuck is hash and
Apparently
eggs?
you didn't try their hashed brown casserole.
Oh, that was also pretty good.
He did try it. He just
So-
forgot about it.
I haven't been to Frisch's in like 4
how
years.
is it hashed if it's meat? It's not like a potato where
yeah, I
it's
know.
got a defined shape.
Just cut all the fuck.
They get it
Of all the
good.
topics I thought we were going to have today, this
I didn't think
fucking
this
wasn't
was
one
going
of
to be...
So like
I'm still trying to figure out. I just want to know what it is.
He
so,
said they get
so
it good.
like you know the I don't know if you've ever had the El Monterey
No.
steak and cheese burritos.
Oh, the El Monterey.
No.
God, fuck.
I've never had anything
What
named
is El
El
Monterey?
Monterey.
So you ever had a steak burrito from Taco Bell?
That
Oh,
sounds,
you're
that
really-
sounds like
No.
that sounds like something you would order in
No.
Grand Theft Auto.
This is highbrow. Yeah, that does it from the Cluckin'
No.
Bill.
Yeah,
Fuck.
we get an El Monterey burrito.
Yeah, man.
Sounds like a
And
fake town and a fake sandwich.
And then you reach in and go boom, 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 shoot up all right.
I do know what he's talking about.
They're really
El
They're
Monterey.
like dollar burritos
Yeah.
that you
Yeah,
can get
Jason.
singly.
Really?
I have a pack of Del Monterey burritos in your freezer right now.
Ooh.
Do I really?
Are they
Yes.
Del
I don't
eat
Monterey or are
those.
they El Monterey?
I don't have them. You have them.
Are they of the Monterey or they are the
Or are
Monterey?
they or are they not?
They are the Monterey.
They may be the Monterey.
So it's shaved.
Yeah, it's
saying-
shaved and then it's cut. It's hashed, if you will.
If you
Shaved
wi-
and
Wow,
cut? No.
hold on. If you
Hash
shaved it,
if you will.
why would you then cut it?
And
For
hash.
even smaller
Can you
peoples.
just put up a picture of fucking hash beef so we get this the fuck over with?
Just
Mom,
you know what?
it's
Just
a-
put up a
Fuck.
pile of dog shit on there. That's basically what it is.
I
It could be
tried
anything.
The definition. I thought that would be better than an image of meat.
Who said chipped
Basically,
beef on
all I want to
toast?
know is how is it different from
Fred?
ground? How is it
I
different from
guess.
ground beef?
It's not ground.
It's not ground. Yeah.
It's sliced and then chopped, or if you will, hashed.
Ground beef is ground in a grinder.
with fat and everything.
It's like your
Okay, but the end product sounds like it would be exactly the same.
No,
but it is
because
not.
it
Tiny
comes in-
pieces
it
of
comes in
meat.
like-
It is whole pieces.
No, that's
It's not
just
been
chopped.
ground.
It's
No,
not
that
ground.
sounds
it's chopped.
gross.
It does.
Oh, it's amazing.
Grounded meat
Oh, never
does
mind.
something to it that makes
I
it.
don't want
you know,
anything to do with it.
texture's different.
He's out now.
Anyway.
Really out.
Yeah, that's not good.
Little
I don't
meat
think anything.
sticks. Who wants that?
There was something in
It's
a
not
Kroger.
meat sticks. It's
thin.
fucking
It's
thin.
flimsy.
You shave
I'm
it.
thinking of hash browns as tiny potato sticks.
No, you
Yeah,
shouldn't think
no,
of them
they're
like
It
thinner
is
that.
than that.
though.
They're
That's
thinner
what it
than that.
is,
Not really,
Brian.
not sticks.
Tiny sticks of potato.
Sometimes they're patties.
At this
Ah,
point,
there
at
he
this point,
goes.
I'm just trying to
There
keep
he
this
goes.
conversation going as
I
long as
know.
we fucking
Okay,
can.
well, let's go. Let's
we haven't
explore
even
this a
started
little
talking
bit.
about other hashed foods.
Yeah. Well, there's mush too.
Can you,
MUSH.
can you hash ham? Ham comes in a round. Can you only slice it one way and have
I've
little
never
ham
heard of that.
sticks? Why
Ham or
not?
pork?
You
What
could,
other kind of pork you
technically,
can
yeah,
use?
but you'd have to cut it twice to get sticks.
Well, chopped.
Yeah. Well,
There it is, right there. Well, that's a delightful little dish, isn't it?
no, they've no.
Those
that,
are cubed.
That
Those
beef is
aren't
chopped.
hash browns.
No,
That
that's
is-
cubed.
Those aren't hash.
No, that's all
Hash
cubed. That's
corned
bullshit.
beef.
No, that's
There's
wrong.
a dozen
Corned
eggs
beef.
in that fucking skillet, guys.
Fuck would eat corned beef.
My fucking heart hurts looking at that.
I mean,
That
that's
looks
probably
good.
for a family. I don't think that's one.
If,
person's
That looks
meal.
good.
if I'm saying that's fucked, it's fucked.
That is a
I
big
think it looks
skillet.
good. I just don't like the eggs running like that on top. You gotta flip them or something.
That looks like something that would be served at the Big Boy.
Yeah. But they're not that classy. So
Anyway.
it wouldn't be that good.
I
What
told you
is-
that to tell you this.
Oh, wait a minute. I just had one more question.
Go on.
What is corned beef? Corned. What do you mean by corned?
That's a good question because
I feel like this one Jason actually knows.
Because I don't like. I've had it. and I don't like it. I hate it.
Fuck you and your Irish jokes.
I hate it. It tastes like shit. Like what have these people done to this? What's
Added-
corned?
Added corn?
No, it had no visible corn in it.
Corning means something.
Means you rub it on your feet.
Corned beef.
Ah.
Beef brisket cured in brine and boiled, served hot typically with cabbage or cold sliced for sandwiches.
Fuck that.
You know what brine is, Brian?
Ruined with salt. That's what it means.
Basically, what it means is if you want to fix it at home, you just drop it in your tank and come back and get it a couple hours
There you
later.
go.
Just
There you go.
boil it. and boil the fuck out of it.
Pick up some cabbage on the way home.
No wonder I didn't like it. Ugh. Sucks.
Anyway,
Fucking corned beef. Ugh.
so while I was on vacation, I decided I was going to try a new food that I've never had before.
Yeah.
Corned beef?
No. Wouldn't that be a coincidence, though?
It would be.
Yeah, but no.
Okay.
Anyway,
Yeah, but no.
pimento cheese.
Ugh.
Fuck yeah. Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, you
Oh,
still have
that's
some of that in
fucking
the fridge
gross.
too.
Never
Dude,
had
that
it.
shit's so good.
That shit
Never-
is disgusting.
God.
Never,
Fuck.
never tried it as a kid because it looked like fucking yellow cottage cheese.
That's what it is.
It is
Oh my
not.
God.
It makes
It's
me
gross.
sick to my
It's
stomach. just
orange
thinking about
cottage
it.
cheese.
Do you like
is
it?
With
fucking
little red
awesome.
pieces of
Last
something
time I
in it.
ate it, I was like 7 and I threw up because it's gross.
Oh, yeah.
Pimentos
Somebody
are
made
the
me
worst
eat that
kind of
shit.
pepper in
Okay,
When I was a
existence.
kid,
They don't
hang on.
even have a
See?
good flavor.
See?
I don't understand
My
it.
thought
waste.
was, I'm a grown up now. Maybe I will have a different take on
Which
it
that's true.
as a grown up.
Yeah, that's
I
true,
haven't
good.
given it another shot.
I'm a grown
I don't
up.
know if
I
I'm
cannot
willing
even bring
to,
it
but
my
I
mouth.
haven't.
Try
The
it.
coolest
I
part
wouldn't even
about
put it
it
in a
Fuck you.
basket.
is
At a-
this,
at
it's
a
essentially
supermarket.
like a fucking cheese spread. Let's be honest.
Right,
It's
get it-
fucking
Cottage
cheese.
cheese.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
It's
cheese.
basically hash cheese.
Get it.
It's cheese.
It's kind of hash cheese. You're right.
Yeah, it's
spoiled
hash.
milk.
It's hash cheese.
Especially spoiled
It-
milk.
it's- There's
clabbered.
no cottage cheese element to it. But
Oh,
like
but-
those pimentos, like you're talking about, they're not like
They're
like
good. They're
a
not good.
shitty pepper.
They're tertiary.
But what happens is
Yeah.
it constantly gives you the feeling like it's getting ready to get spicy.
It's getting ready to get good.
It's like, oh,
It's not.
oh, this is getting ready to burn. Oh, but no, it just quit,
Nothing happens.
So
which
what
is
is
fun
it?
to me.
Yeah.
What is it exactly?
It's
then?
like
What-
constantly being on the top of the
It's,
roller coaster.
It's like cheese.
And then the ride's over. You're like, wait,
And
what?
then there's the guy. Out. Get out.
Yeah.
What
Hope you enjoyed the ride going uphill.
Look at her face. She does
I
not
know
enjoy
she is,
pimento
she
cheese.
is
Pimentos?
fouled out about
She
it.
is out on the
It-
pimento
so
cheese.
It's what, like creamed cheese and then what?
It's like
Gross.
Oh my
gooey
God.
cheese, man.
Yeah.
That nasty
And
fucking.
that's not. There's no like meat or anything in there.
No, that's
just
that's
cheese.
just that
That's
stuff.
bad
and the
milk.
red things are the pimentos. That's it.
Bad milk and a
bring out
shitty
the-
pepper.
Let's bring out the pimento cheese.
Like this food exists because they put
No, it's
pimentos in it
expensive. You're not
just
eating
so
all
it
my
wouldn't
pimento
taste like
cheese. Fuck
rotten
you.
cheese.
They're trying to
They're
get
like,
rid of the
what's
cheese
the
shit.
cheapest thing we
No.
can put in here so it
There's
doesn't
not-
taste like rotten
there's
cheese?
no cottage
The
cheese
worst
element to
peppers
this.
we also have.
I know, but it's like
It looks like cottage cheese,
it's
but there's
spoiled
not.
milk, and they
It's
had to get
not.
rid of it somehow. It's all those
not.
red things in there.
It
Fuck.
looks
It's
like
not.
they
Element,
chopped
what element
up
is it?
The cheese
Like
and
what?
put it in
What's
the
it made of?
Is it
Here's
cheese
what-
or isn't
I
it?
think I think they take
It's
no it's
animal,
cheese.
vegetable, or mineral.
I think they take like a block of cheese and they dice it, and then they mix it with some mayo and something else and those peppers, and then they mix it
Mayo
all
and
in a big
fucking-
bowl.
It's like Cheese Whiz, but better.
Mayo
Isn't
or
this-
Miracle Whip?
Mayo.
Isn't this some kind of like depression?
I know
food
you
or
like the
something?
tangy zip, but you can't cook
She
with
didn't like
Miracle
that.
Whip. It doesn't taste the same.
I don't eat Miracle
She don't
Whip.
eat Miracle Whip.
It's
Only
it's,
mayonnaise.
Okay.
it's not even like a regular mayo they put in there. Well, I mean, I guess it depends who makes it.
Is it
but
government?
Can you put up the
cheese?
goddamn?
The
almost.
goddamn-
It's that soft. It's that soft fucking give, but it's got more of a cheddar taste.
and it's got the mouthfeel of cottage cheese.
Mouthfeel.
It does have.
That's
the
a huge
mouthfeel of
turn-off.
Cottage cheese. What the word
Cottage-
mouthfeel?
No, cottage cheese. I don't like.
I don't like
like
cottage
that.
cheese either, man.
I hate it.
I don't like it either.
Fucking
I
hate
was
it.
hoping she would find the ingredients.
If you put
It's
on a
hard.
blindfold
Nobody
and
wants
give
to tell.
somebody that, they're gonna think it's like smaller curd cottage cheese.
I did eat cottage cheese for the first time the other day in like I mean.
Oh, is that not a thing you
in
like,
Years
I
and
guess?
years. No, I
No.
ate it when I was a kid,
No.
and it was really good. But I also don't eat peanut butter and jelly because I think it's just terrible, and I've never eaten
Oh,
it.
whoa,
terrible.
whoa!
It's
And-
just terrible.
It's
All
terrible.
right.
So still to this
But
day,
no,
my
Dad,
mom
Dad,
says
back
if,
it up.
if I go over to her house and I'm like, oh, what are y'all having? And she'll be like, oh,
Pickled
well, the girls
bologna.
are gonna they're eating peanut butter and jelly. You want one? And I'm like, no, I don't
Damn
eat
right I
peanut
do.
butter and jelly. And she's like, oh, since when? And I'm like, I
Since-
tell you this every time that you offer me a
It
peanut
sounds
butter
like
and
conversations
jelly.
I've had with my mom, where it's
I
like,
don't eat it.
You
Yeah,
used
they
to do
don't
this all the
think.
time. It's like, no, I never did. What are you
She
fucking
does that
talking
shit
about?
though. She tells them, "Oh yeah, well you used to love it." No, they never loved it.
So
never ate it.
Here's
Okay,
the
this would be
ingredients.
good.
Sharp.
That would be good.
That's what it is.
No, it's not.
That's not what
Yes,
it
it
is.
It's not.
But it
It's
is.
really
You're
not.
like a
What is
child.
fucking what's the Greek yogurt doing in there? Get that
It
out
says
of there.
mayonnaise or Greek yogurt.
I know. I just don't like that.
That's what it is, dude.
You're
That's
like
it.
Calvin.
Mild and treat. No, No, that can't be.
I cooked
That's
Calvin
a
chicken.
cholesterol chokehold.
That just
like,
can't be.
That's not good.
Yeah, I mean, it's fucking
Look at me,
cheese in a
Amber. Do you
tub.
think I care about my cholesterol level?
Nah.
No.
My dad's still alive. When he dies of a heart attack, I'll start worrying. He's done much worse shit than I ever thought about.
That's
Yeah, but
possible.
all that meth cleared up his arteries.
It can blast it out like
Yeah.
a.
I mean, I'm just saying, his heart's probably healthier than all.
So what you're saying is I
Power
just
washing.
need some meth.
Yeah, it's like a
Yeah.
power
Got it.
washer.
That's the way I think of it.
Why is this stretched out again?
Why not pickled bologna? How about that pink? How about that pink shit you get at the beer joint? You know,
I've
mean
never
the
had
corned
pink
bologna?
pickled bologna.
what's it called?
Corned bologna?
No, not corned.
I've never had pink pickled bologna.
You never had it?
I've
Pickled
seen pink
eggs.
eggs.
I've seen people eat the eggs and the bologna.
I eat the bologna.
There's pickled
Oh!
bologna in the house.
Pickled bologna?
I eat the pickled bologna.
Mm.
I don't like the slices. I like the roll.
That's what I'm talking about. The big
Yeah.
horse cock in that fucking jar they got.
Cut a piece of that off. Peel the
I'd eat
red
me some
off.
hashed bologna. Just fry it up.
Can you hash bologna?
Sure.
I guess you could.
I'm a big fan
No
of Brussels
rules.
sprouts.
You're fucked.
I am
Greens.
too.
Brussels sprouts aren't bad.
Oh no.
These
I
are the
like
directions for
Brussels sprouts.
pimento cheese.
Kim-
this is
Kim
all
loves
stuff. This is all
Brussels sprouts.
stuff you like, Bruce, and yet you're complaining about.
I'm
it.
telling you.
Look, you
It's
like
a different recipe. It has basically the same shit in it.
I'll go buy some.
It's like
pimento
stuff
cheese.
you like mixed in.
I'll buy some pimento cheese.
I like
next
heavy
weekend.
metal and country. I don't want them touching each other.
I do.
You know what I mean? I
It's-
don't want them
it's
mixed
called,
in.
It's called Hank the Third. It's awesome.
No,
Maybe
I don't want
it's
it mixed
just
in.
the pimentos that disgust me.
Maybe you just it's
you
possible you don't like
Or I
pimentos.
don't like the combination of that taste with
Then
my
do the
mouth not
opposite
knowing.
hot sauce.
You
The
don't know what it
texture.
is
Yeah,
before.
it's-
You never knew
it's-
what it was.
The texture is a little
Texture's
bit
a little
of
disgusting.
It's,
I don't like cream cheese done like
maybe
like
the
you're
one
just
I
eating
ate when I
cream
was
cheese.
a kid wasn't made with cheddar cheese.
Or maybe you
it was
were a
made with
kid.
something else. No, because that wasn't my first. That wasn't my only interaction. That was the
Right.
last time I ate one.
That'd be
When
the
you were
last
a
time I ate
kid.
that shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was.
All right.
Just saying, I tried it as an adult, and I was like, this shit's pretty good.
I didn't like coleslaw until
That's not the
I ate it.
Coleslaw's not
takeaway that
bad.
I got from your
That's
story.
terrible.
I like it.
Oh, it wasn't?
It's not
No.
my favorite.
Oh,
but
I've,
if,
It's
I've
got to be
bought
sweet
more.
though.
Yeah.
if
no,
I'm
I ate it
high
all.
enough, I'll eat it.
I thought
There's
you
a
were
little
just
sweet.
saying
They
it
got a
was,
little sweet one.
it was
No.
boring.
I think it's better
The
on like
sour and that
crackers.
fucking
Oh,
other
yeah,
shit,
that
that
sounds
vinegar shit.
I've always
Yeah.
wanted to get into sauerkraut, but
No.
I don't have the
Sauerkraut is
wherewithal.
rotted cabbage.
Yeah,
That's all. It's gross.
Gross.
goddamn.
You like
krauts.
sauerkraut?
It's pickled cabbage, and it's okay.
It's
And I know
rotted,
no,
fermented.
it's fermented, and I know a lady who ferments it on her counter.
Yeah, my grandmother used to do it. It's disgusting.
Ooh.
I like sauerkraut, but not cabbage.
I love
It's weird,
cabbage.
it's weird how people have a turn off about that, but they'll like drink beer every day
Yeah.
or something. I don't.
I had kimchi
Or
once.
eat
I
cheese.
mean, it's
Well,
not
it's a-
my,
it's a
Kimchi isn't
leafy-
bad.
it's
a
not
thing.
my forte, but I could see why people like it. I didn't
Yeah,
like it
I
cold. I,
wouldn't-
might like it warm.
That's the thing. People aren't sitting around eating wheat and barley and hops. They're not
Literally,
eating those
shredded
things.
wheat is a cereal, and it's
Nobody's
just
but
wheat.
It's not like you see it. It's
It's
not like a
kinda-
head of
People aren't
cabbage.
eating wheat. I eat shredded wheat for breakfast
No, like
this
you're
morning.
just not
yeah,
that.
but not like that.
Not that fucker. You're not picking it up, but you pick a head of cabbage, you pick it up, and you take it home. That's it. That's you pick it up off the ground.
Maybe it was somebody like me who invented
you
it,
see
who has to do
wheat floating,
something
I'm
to
just
this
gonna
fucking
take this
cabbage to
wheat,
make it
argh,
edible.
If we
and
could
eat
do
it.
that, we would.
But we're not doing that.
Shredded wheat is the least processed wheat you could just pour in a bowl and eat.
Shredded wheat sucks. Nobody likes it.
And so does peanut butter and jelly.
It's
and-
No, peanut butter
I'm
jelly's
pretty
good.
sure it's the most popular cereal in the world.
Oh, I don't think about that.
Well, that's
I don't-
because
I
all
don't
the
think
poor
so.
people eat it.
Cornflakes.
No, that's
In the world?
expensive.
Number two.
Maybe in the U.S.
Number two, I would say shredded wheat. Number one would be
I think
cornflakes.
cornflakes
I think it's a corn-based.
are an us thing.
U.S. or us? Just us in this room.
Us. I
Us?
said us.
Okay.
I'd take Frosted Flakes over shredded wheat.
I would too.
Yeah.
I'd take cornflakes over shredded wheat too if I had to.
This is the dumbest show we've done.
I'm talking about sugar
It's pretty
based.
dumb.
in 8 seasons.
Like shredded wheat with the sugar on top.
I do like those.
No, those
Frosted
are good,
mini wheats.
but I would still take the Frosted Flakes over those.
Frosted Flakes are good. I
It
like
depends.
Frosted
I don't know. I don't put milk on that shit though.
It's worth
Oh,
it.
yeah, you're
It's
fucking
worth it for
eating
the milk at
fucking
the end.
animal.
That's half the reason to eat Frosted Flakes is
America's
for the
most
milk at the
popular
end.
fuck the milk,
breakfast
though.
cereals.
We were talking about the world, Jazz.
What do you mean?
Fuck
Hold
milk.
on, you don't like milk?
Milk's bad for you. No, it's
You
terrible.
said just
Everything's bad for you.
Milk causes all kinds of problems.
Fucking Dr. K drinking.
I'm not drinking that. I'm spitting into this can.
Anyway, so let's just go with America. What's number one cereal in America?
Cornflakes.
Captain Crunch, Oops All Berries.
The second one is Apple Jacks.
Apple
should be
Jacks.
wrong.
That seems wrong. That seems
Captain
high for Apple Jacks.
Crunch. Raisin Bran.
It's America.
Reese's
Which are
Puffs.
which
No, what the
every single one of
fuck?
these, by the way, is just
The same
processed
shit.
wheat or corn.
Mostly
Yeah.
corn.
I didn't know if you wanted me to
No, I want
No,
you to
we're
stop.
done. That's fine.
I had stopped. That's
Where's?
why
Wait a minute.
I
Where's is Lucky Charms anywhere on it?
I don't know. I haven't found it yet.
Yeah.
I found
My
Fruity
favorite
Pebbles.
one is
Lucky Charms, I think, is too expensive to be that popular.
It was good until
my
they put the
favorite
purple
cereal
horseshoe
is
shit
the
in it.
generic Fruit Loops with the Lucky Charm marshmallows. There's,
Wow.
there's
Yeah,
a
we get those.
I
generic
get those?
one that's Fruit Loops.
Oh, it's
Seems-
just
that
a
seems
bag,
excessive.
no box.
It's a bag.
Just a bag of
It's
cereal.
Fruit
Yeah.
Loops,
It's,
but it
Tootsie
also
Fruitsies.
includes the
The little hard, rock
little
hard,
hard
little fucking.
marshmallows.
Yeah,
They make
it's,
a Pop Tart cereal now. It's
Yeah.
relatively
So,
new. I'm not a big cereal guy. I don't normally ever eat breakfast, but I saw this and I had to try it. It's really good. It's got like
How-
they have a strawberry and they have I don't know what the other one is because I got strawberry, but it's like it's little frosted. Have you ever seen that cereal called Crave? Where
Yeah.
it's like little
Crave those
squares
crazy
like
squares.
this that are basically like
He knows the ad. Crave those crazy squares.
They got
no.
little chocolate in the middle of them.
No.
they're basically like the regular Captain Crunches except bigger, and they have a little strawberry filling. So-
Now,
like a
is
little
the,
pillow full
is
of a
the
little treat.
outside soft as a Pop Tart would be?
The outside is almost identical to eating a regular Captain Crunch piece.
I was like,
except
good luck getting that
that's
shit out of your
alright,
fucking toaster.
But it's
So
also
it-
but it's
essentially
frosted,
the
it's
mouthful of
frosted
this
on
is
the
glass.
Yes.
It's
Understand.
frosted on the outside.
I don't, nah, not for me, dog.
Nah, probably not.
No,
Yeah,
it's
my
good.
favorite cereal of all time is just plain old Fruity Pebbles.
That's a mess.
Yeah. Turns the
I
milk
can never
blue.
get
It's
all the little
delicious.
There it
pieces
is.
out.
Ah, that's not as good as I
Pe-
thought it would be.
Peanut butter Captain Crunch is my all-time favorite, though.
See, I don't know, man.
I
That
agree
seems
with
like it
you,
should
but
be.
I like
don't know, man.
I
It's
like
hard to
Pop-Tart
find.
cereal? I don't,
I like
don't
the
see it all the
Cocoa
time
Puffs.
anymore.
like
Plus, it's not as good as it
Chocula.
used to be.
Count
They
Chocula.
changed the
Frankenberry, that's
formula
good.
like 10
Dickenberry.
years ago or something.
Frankenberry. Frankenberry.
I don't think they
Frankenberry.
make Frankenberry.
Frankenberry's
I like
Frankenberry.
Frankenberry.
They
good.
make it during. It's a
They should make it
seasonal
all the
thing.
time. It's not that fucking seasonal
I
horse
think
shit.
that's the only time you can get Blueberry
I don't ever like the
Frankenberry
blueberry, but I like the
or
Count
Count
Chocula.
Chocula.
No, Count Chocula's out all the time.
Is it?
Blueberry may be holiday exclusive.
Blueberry sucks. They should get rid of that. But Frankenberry, it's good shit. I worked with a guy that looked like that guy on the front of the box. No shit.
Was his
why it was
name
good
Larry?
shit.
No, it wasn't. His
Look
name.
at Larry and then
La-
get back to
his
me.
Hold
name, I
on,
don't
Larry the
remember.
Frankenberry.
But he had a weird jug-looking head, and
Call him Jughead.
no, I called it. I
It's
was
a
calling
different
him
comic.
Frankenberry, but the guy who worked across from me called him Dickenberry. And so I went and bought a box of the cereal just to cut that picture out, and we hung it up to fucking taunt this guy. And I ended up eating the cereal, and,
And
it
then he
was
figured
pretty
he'd
good.
go ahead and eat the cereal
Yeah,
since he bought it.
That's exactly what happened.
That's why he liked it so much. It's the only cereal
It's
he's ever
2012 when that happened.
He spent money to antagonize.
Y'all, it drove him
someone.
nuts. Get that off of there. We hung it up on the pole, like behind me, where I was building washing machines for General Electric.
Compassion.
Yeah, Dickenberry.
Lots of compassion.
We called him Dickenberry to his face until he retired.
Oh, so he's old too.
Oh, yeah, he was old, super old. Yeah, he looked like shit. He looked just like that fucking freak on the box, though.
How have you not been shot yet? Just curious.
or like
a good
stabbed
question.
a lot of times.
Yeah, it's a good question. I don't know.
At least 20.
You always ended with
That's
some
how
kind
many
of humor.
times I'd imagine you, knowing the past you've had, should have been stabbed in your life.
Oh, I'd say it was probably more than 20.
Oh, okay.
I've gotten away with all kinds of shit.
Oh,
I don't know.
okay,
Maybe they just feel sorry for me. Maybe they think,
Hey,
maybe
tell
this guy
that
doesn't
story
know.
about when you were driving down the expressway at like 90 miles an hour and you were so drunk that you blacked out while you were driving, and then you woke up later and you were still just driving down the road, hadn't killed anybody.
Isn't
or
that the night he
anything.
plowed into the family?
That's the night I hit the carload of Jehovah's
I
Witnesses
thought
on their
that was
way
a
to.
different night.
No, same night.
No, I woke up. I was sitting on the hood.
That
of
was the no. I'm thinking of the
he's
night
sitting on
he
the hood of
pulled
the
over
car.
into the emergency lane
Oh, I took a
and
piss
he
on
was
the engine.
pissing, onto his engine.
Yeah.
And the cop drove by.
I was pissing.
Or was that also a different night?
Car overheating?
No, that's a different night.
That's a different night.
Compassionate.
Different night.
Compassionate.
A totally different night. Same year, different. Yeah.
Same year.
Different weekend.
You got the right year, Bruce.
You know what everybody should do, Jason? Everybody should take McDonald's bags with them when they go to walk their dog and put the shit in the bag.
Or Arby's.
When
But
they
you gotta
throw it
think
in
about
White
the
it.
Castle,
a
whatever.
bum will find it,
Bag,
think
it's
it's
made out of-
food,
And
and
then
go
get in
through
it.
it and get shit
And
all
they'll
over
get in
it.
them.
He's like 3 weeks away from saying go buy real McDonald's food, but taint it with like fucking
Right, right.
No, you could just give them real McDonald's food. That'll kill them faster than anything.
or that.
Yeah, just give them McDonald's. Fuck yeah.
He's too
There's a
cynical
Big
to
Mac,
be that
sir.
much of an asshole.
I threw that pizza in the garbage, Bruce.
What pizza?
The one I opened the door, that shitter, and it pressed up against the wall. That
Oh,
poor
yeah,
woman
I
dropped.
forgot about
I
that
said,
one.
yeah, I'm going to go ahead and buy it. And I made sure that I had to throw it away because I didn't want that guy to have it. The bum that was outside of the fucking gas station.
That was
The
a,
windshield washer flew
that was a
all
moment of
over it.
weakness for you, Brian.
I think that bum's not getting any of this pizza.
You haven't been shot yet, but it's going to shoot this shit.
Oh, I haven't been shot yet. I've really calmed down a lot. The last couple of years.
Yeah, he goes after more less corporeal
Corporeal.
targets.
Almost.
Like the ocean.
That
I was getting there.
Yeah, you know, I
Try
just turn my
again next
attention to that
show.
now. You know, I don't do it.
Yep, no one
I
said
don't
I
insult
couldn't,
people.
so that's what I'm doing.
I'm supposed to be having a good time. You know, that's what I'm doing. I'm having fun.
Aren't you supposed to be at work at 2?
Holy fuck.
Okay.
Well, thanks for listening. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for listening to all my
That's
bullshit.
too loud.
No, it's not. Oh, I forgot she's listening.
Thanks for
It's a little better.
So Brian isn't here, so you're going to be him when I'm asking how's the volume on your bitch.
Brian needs to actually speak up so you can hear him.
All right.
There you go.
Show's over.
Go
Good night.
home.
Go home.
Go home.
Yeah, go to the support page. Give us some money, please.
Oh, yeah, go
I
there
promise
first.
we won't spend it on a boat. We gotta get all this shit working in here.
What are we gonna do with the dock?
Brian's gonna be
We need
sitting
we
on the
need we
dock
need
of the
something.
bay.
I'm gonna be sitting on the head of the
We can buy some skis.
fucking head of the holler. No skis. Skis are lame. Nobody skis anymore. I just found this out.
But you're not hearing that from us. I mean, we're just going to let you do whatever you want to do. You want to ski, man?
Skis.
Ski.
Ski.
What do you care what people think about it? Like, so you're telling me you're going to buy a boat, and if you want to ski on it, you can't because
How
of
am
what
I
the
gonna
neighbors
drive the
might
boat
think?
and ski? How am I
I
gonna
don't
do
know,
that?
man. You don't have anybody else on the fucking boat knows how to steer a fucking
Evidently
with
not. Everybody's scared of water.
Who would buy a boat and then not take anybody with them?
So
Me.
let me get
I
this.
would do that.
So
I
you
would
basically
do
bought
that.
yourself a fucking taxi service for
Water
other
taxi.
people.
A water taxi.
You're never going to enjoy any of the things that the
Oh, I'm
boat's
gonna have
for.
a blast. Yeah, I'm gonna have a good time.
How are you
I like
going to
this.
drink if you're only going to be driving the boat? It's illegal.
You got a
Boating
cupola
while
right
drunk.
there.
Boating while drunk is just as dangerous as driving while
They're
drunk.
gonna have to
He
lock up
doesn't
everybody on
wanna
the
take
fucking
any
lake then.
friends with him because he wants to tell
Oh, we'll
everybody
never-
what a great time
we'll
he
never be
had
invited.
when he goes, even though he's miserable. He doesn't
We
want
will
anybody to
never
see.
be invited
Oh, I
on that
know.
boat.
Because then he wouldn't be able to tell us how great it is.
You would never go.
Oh, so that's how you
Jason
that's how
would
they
never go.
justify.
He
That's
said
how
it
they
100
that's how they
times.
justify is not inviting anybody. So they would just say no anyway.
I already
He would.
know they
I
would
can't
say
swim.
no,
They
so
don't
I'm
make-
just not going to ask.
Oh.
I just want to know if he's the captain or the colonel.
Yeah,
I
which
don't
is it?
know. Which one is it now?
Admiral.
Love boat. Oh yeah, Admiral. I like that.
You got a picture of me on a fucking boat. You ought to put that up just to blow his fucking mind.
Oh no!
Picture
Hey,
of you
come on the boat. I don't swim. Well, we don't need to swim. We got a boat. Well, they don't make life jackets
See?
big enough. Now, excuses,
on.
excuses.
I
Wait a
know
minute.
he's been on a boat.
Wait a minute. This is the same thing my wife does. She has conversations with me in her head too.
We just had that. Rewind the tape.
That's show conversation. That's the funny
it's,
answer.
it's recorded. So yeah, we go back and listen.
Oh, so everything you said on the show's real?
He does not want to answer that one.
Brian, you're under oath here.
This is the worst.
Close this shit out.
All right,
yeah,
yeah, let's.
show's over.
They all went home.
I know. Go just check out the
Shut it
website, eldoradostudio.net. Go to the support page. Just take a look at it. Help us out. We'll see you next week. Boat safe. See you next week.
Yeah.
Vote it.